Ojifo February bosomeno dinefo du enyanyame na ya moma Israel enkan Ghana de shima ya mamwache ya mamwakwaba e de ba fache TV so enebnei anopai kase ya yaboa no enebra so same beken kan de sommom owura governs Kwame Agboja Rose minister ese ene so me interchange ho nsensem bebre ni nyina no gina ekufo ado aban dia wodi asantefo hwamo sa enso na 24-hour economy dwa ya ehon sensema koye bebre wo barekase ene ne nkwado no eho amane enam anopai wenom ene afoforo ka ho na making kan afia tum wa Kaakyire ene medin osofo wo hwa kwan ene akwantempon so owura governs Kwame Agboja afrensem trefo nhyiamu enra na wa kyerɛkyerɛ nsɛm ahodo bebre mu afa soame interchange sani ebe ne 40 ya say one must supply no aye ni 2 ene ho amane bebre ahwefo be kaya enra anwumre ye prime time kase mu ya de to monim se emrahye bedwafo fa ewo asantemam ha akasa one must ma wo kanyina ne se ye wo mo ye papa se mahama aban ba ye plan a wo mo di kan eye wo soame interchange no ho no one must sanom na esoro samso a enka ebefa so 9 won mate so aba mienu ti wo mo kasa bebre ma senso boache na edi animu nti wo mo do manu di nsem tudwa eno ena governs Kwame Agboja afrensem trefo nhyiamu ewo ho ene wo kyerɛkyerɛ mu eno asemo MPP fo mo nka manu ntum na modi asantefo hwamo papa sananka mo bibi papa bi ebeye de afa so am interchange ne ho anka esa mo ye ansa na mo afira ba mu wasi a Ghana ha ana na adoda nkwa ekufo ado ne MPP aban ebebo asantefo ano ho ba se wiebe 2024 afene nkwa na wieye no na so am interchange won ma ye ni nyina wie siesie ma no aye kwan mu a omanfo ahya ase efa so nanso mo afeli mo ntumi anya adwuma no enti won mo ba ye no afei ene oguso a eye ntotoye ehu sikasem ne ade bebre enti na sese plan no one must say every original no abadada ne ye ede eba foforo mu na atimi aboa ma na koso wa no enti ene deda aba ho minority for kan won mo de fa ha no mo de akwa akosi ha no betimi aka ne people se eye won mo abreso e na won mo antoto ne ma yi a enu enti ne ma aye besi basai.
By the way, President Akufo-Addo declared that by the end of 2024 the Swami Interchange project would have been completed and handed over. So if my colleague Honorable Asenso had heeded to President Akufo-Addo's own plan, we shouldn't even be discussing the issue about whether 3-tier or 4-tier now. It is his failure and the failure of that government to deliver the project. And we are going to deliver that project for the good people of Kumasi. Kumasi indeed deserves better, just like any other place in our country. And the government is committed to doing just that. The issue about selective funding is misplaced. Whilst we would not indulge in trivial matters, it is important to note that not a single pesewa is being diverted from the original project, but in addition, over 3 billion has been committed into the network just on the outer ring road alone. Big push, contradictions. The Swami Interchange is indeed part of the Big Push project in Kumasi, and we are committed to ensuring that the people of Kumasi get value for money. Availability of funds. The Honorable Minister for Finance is committed to ensuring that all government priorities are dealt with comprehensively and as a solution to the challenges the people face and not for political expediency.
Yo, governs Kwame Agboja swafa wo hwa kwan ne akwantempon so enra ne nsem trefo nhyiamu yechi ya watoto bia ma ne Francis Asenso Boache kane swafo a no so hwa kwan ne akwantempon so ene MPP se omaso mafofra mo mfa ma ban so mo na mo anya mo ne ma ye nti nene so am interchange aka ho a afi no mo no aba wo pagya mu na Asenso Boache so e de krata aba bontene eyi governs Kwame Agboja ano wase was set a record straight. Amagana for near Santiment nyina tiase. Sa adwuma ne de ne ya na MPP aban sa bra na nado dankwa Akufo-Addo eda won ma no. Won mo ya no sa pepepe. na eduru baabi a memuo no ya na niam baako mienu bi aba abeye wosi akwan eno na aka ho bi ama Swami interchange no won montumi anwie sede mpanimfo eka no no owura asenso buache bantima mrahye bedwani ekiremu a afi 2022 July bosominum ena won mo de ho nkrata nyina kwa mrahye bedwafie won mo gitumu baabi a sika ebefiri aba ama won mo de aye adwuma no ene ehon tete ho wo Swami interchange nyina na won mo aye ato ho na wo say wo kan people say Dutch Bank of Spain ene sika krabia womo no omo sensan tiase apam agitu mu se womo bepia wo my Ghana wo sika mu ama won matumi aye ekwan no ewo Swami na enu achi wo kire se Export Credit Agency ya eno so ede sesk ewo Spain kwa na won mo so ebeboa ewo sika mu sa nti we ni kire se na MPP abaya ye ntotoye no awie na akase wonomo ede sika no ebeba na afi wafra adwuma no ase Francis Asenso Boache se de ma niam atwentwen ne nasia nunti ebra wo mo do o nsa kan Swami interchange no na wo mo befiri abam no ene se COVID-19 pandemic no ebaye ende Ghana fo nyina ne wiase nim se ebra sa yade ne beya ntan wiase komu no na wo je wo ho a enye aman nyina ehwo akere wonom obia ebunkotodwe na hwan ho e na wo kọ no akwa sika enti eba saa no na esese wonom etwentwa niam so kakra fri se sika kram ya wo de sika emo a ebre Ghana no wo esika sam ato ape esai COVID-19 eno na kan ho bi ema delay no a minister Kwame Agboja eka ho asem no eba ye na wosan ekiremu a wo se MPP aban na Swami interchange no ho adwuma no eda won makoma so papa enti eba se COVID-19 ti ewiase amansan emoa no emma no ene omo ye se ene Afrexim Bank ho so sika bi a eda ho no won mo do mo nsa ebebom kakra na wayi bi na afei won mo ede ahye adwuma no ase eno ena ema aban foforo yi ba ye no won mutimi pushi ya ma big push program no womo de sa Swami interchange ni shemu bi 2025 said ye beya baabi abanda da no sha ase free ye no wonmo antu no ajeje mu na wo beto aso afiri ho wei edi adanse pefe se asanteman eda MPP ni na nado danko akufo ado akoma so enti adwuma no wonmo sha ase free baabi kura wo bepia kosisa mpanimfo ebewie enti de edi kan wo kirem ama asanteman ate ase se Swami interchange project no MPP aban eye won madwuma bia na sese wo ye ewo ho na COVID-19 ti ena niam atwentwen ne na ase no kra no won mo de aso bebo fom hye se ebe hye ase ekope sika efiri baabi ebaye enti wo bisa governors Kwame Agboja ne NDC aban se 7 previous wo adwene ben eno mo ba ye wo mo nya ye no nti plan a ekufo ado ene sabre wono Asenso Boache ye se won baye esoro nyina 40 na atimi aboa ma traffic akobedie hu nsem akoso wano no won mo aba na won mo besesa no ede akotu tie na eno na aya won mo ya anu nti ama na no won mo ekasa fa ho ya wono governors Kwame Agboja so abe friends emtrefo nhia mu bekasa na MPP fo eno mo di asanteman hwamo Francis Asenso Boache bantima mrahye bedwani na wosan ye kane soafo a na wo hwa akwan ne akwantempon so se enukre bia ni sa asemimu na evidence na asa danse ne da ho pefe no akasa ma ne ho se MPP aban eye adwuma ne nyina wieye ena won mo hwe se big push program no so aban di be hyemu na won maye enti ne Swami interchange ne bia wiemu dia eho abasobo no ebi sefata se wode ma MPP aban abusiafo ye de ani ekire barekese ye wo atwema nwabiaja mansini no emu na ye de kan abo amanea se 24-hour economy dwa ya won mo pese wo de comments nim no ehon nsam akwakoye nchi no ahyew ada barekese ene esofiafo entemo na barekese mabunu ya wo NDC amanyoko num animu mpanimfo ena ekasai won mo se no kwasampa ne se won te ase se mpanimfo pese wo mo edane 24-hour economy edwanwani efree barekase na wo mode kɔ esuofi anase asamai fi se barekase na ye mensini no won mu kropon na free bra asem ne ba ye na mabruti wo hugu montene so ya wo ye kire no won mo ne mpanimfo akasa NDC executives ye wo regional senka won mo betu ho na mo no DC akasa na so enkosi aga enti ene opani ba ko a wogina NDC amanyokuo no anemu na wakasa ene Dixon Amankwa wade sobuo ni nyina ebo DC ya won potem ho mba Zakaria omunyamfo se no kwasem owura no na ama niema ya bisi basa mpuntu obi kura na won mo pre ade aba community ni mu a na ono so ebo etugu na won masa de sobuo ahodo obi so abo no se contract ahodo se yesuku adan na won musisie mpuntu nyuma bia no owura no epese ono ankasaje ede ema na pamfo ya womo ebo ho sobo na Dixon Amankwa anu masem
and say a 24-hour economy marketer His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ebo the tribu poso deba na ye de nyenim se eba barekase na nso yanti kitam yanti jam yete ya ne se yesi ye de kwa asaman after regional minister mekan kire nso also de kwa Ethiopia aye de petition ekoma party mpadimfo e de become constituency executives e de become regional executives e de become presidential staffer e de become regional minister abepem samre na wotwe miensa ene ena ene mo kasai yentie ho hwe e kan sa asebu nyina ne se party mpadimfo e dada ye party mpadimfo e haye na mo wonu se ye ne mo haye e party na wo mo egu no party na wo mo se no wa twema nwa bieja ha titru di nyina kwa akogya ye ndc a wo mo de ne bre yen so yentie kasa ne se o se se du katiata na ti regional minister ta na ti to avocat na ti and of a party mpanimfo national executive regional executives ba chanfo mo na kwasi mu nyina ta o machi enu nti no no de ono we so ye bibia o back enti ono ye de o ye bia on suro ye vice chairman e contractor ye chairman e contractor ba wo mu se on se contractor e ba ye de mudodo sen ene ye de ama wo mo eno
ebusia for district executives ni bi nso kasa ya wo mo say 24-hour economy dwano se DC eye chinchina twan na won mu yi efiri barekase ya district capital no a ebetimi aha NDC 2028
what man wo be janof yen hwe infa na NDC nya vote efiri barekase genti na market an wo de say adwuma pa ya no yen giwei na ye ne mu esa etwe ho ye na o matu anamo bebre atro mu hia se wo so mo de market ne de eba up to now petition de kwa ye nte won we enti ndese mu sia ye wa ha na se mu ye wa ha petition na ye de kwa ya ye nte won we no ene ye pese ebisa so se ade mpefu abo maso aguso ana
na ne de ya de ya besre se barekase ye hia ye dwa district capital de ki ye na obi ampre ho ya wa asase ya ma district no 45 acres a tire se ya nya hwe wo bibia wo so e de na tire se yesi ye besi market a yenya asase nso a wa barekase market bibia no a tire se entimi ensi market no ana ensi sa adwa no di ya besra mo banfo mo nsanfo mo ni mahwe aha na mo nkɔhwe asuofia ne asama ya ye ka ho asem se ahimfa pa na safaka se
we ebusia asuofia ene asama ne barekase ensensemi so eni ejina ewie kase imidin ede afia twumwa Kaakyire brepam Kojo Marfo ne apamfo betena se Daybreak dwumadie ebeto aso yakram
the West. We are live on Fache Television. Daybreak. If it's a break up, say nundu ebebo. Kaakyire ewa ha. Minua bema na abrabo akoyia mano no anopei. Waye ready. Ushi abranti ada o she suit o she jacketa. No one say akoyie mano. Maestro ewa ha. O kan ye ho na de dwumade ebre o anopei. Ba bibia wo hwe ye mfi. Kai. So on our social media platforms, we are active on Facebook, Fache Television. We are active on YouTube, Fache Television. We are live on TikTok, Fache Television, and also on your X platform. Your messages are welcome. Na yenken kan ni nyina ma anopay the obon krata no said yem community no ye de bebro sa na agudie mu nsam Kumasi Asante Kotoko Karim Zito wabone ho modern ama Kumasi Asante Kotoko ba minni ye se obone ho modern as a coach no Kotoko team no ene supporters no ani je ho minnim se ono na resign se de o ka no anase yi no omo yi na di anope no nso ba ehun nkomo nyina no ye de no nso ebebro eno achi ebema wakwanya ese se oni mampani di nkomo fi se ba bibia wote enura minnim se o mantamu kanea no na ejina so anase osore a waye se be ma foforo no osore a na waje agu osore a na waje agu besi sabre me ye sure se mema ni bi nsore ye fi se nkanea na asem no ade a ha adwen pa anopai akwanya ewo ho ma me yente wonka na yenhwe kwan a ebefa so a yenkanea no asem no ye be ma eno nso agina wagina se be ma na brabo akonkan e de ama. This morning we have the opportunity of interviewing the Ashanti Regional Minister. You should be interested because it's got to do with Ashanti. Kai, say minority for na press conference. Now they say minority in common. No. Say no omo pesi ye to omo nkan na say nkomo no a omo di no. Ebo Asante man. Ye beje bre na eno nso ya ma wakwanya na waye ne sa de amame. Yen sha say with the African proverb. Na fi Kaakyire emfamu nkyiremu ni nyina emre. Say de tie bia ezeza wonso obo ho modern na okan ye ho ewo dwumade nim. The African proverb this morning says a quarrelsome chief does not hold a village together. A quarrelsome chief does not hold a village together. That's the African proverb.
Asamne ya maestro denti wa sere kakra wa nyenye. Maestro say ampa.
No crew.
Ampa. Opani nyi boom. Enti ohene manso twini, ohene ope manso. Want to mean ka oman mom. As simple as that. Asemni nyina kasafa leadership ho. Ye kasa leader, who is a leader? Why any okandini, nya kandini bia sa kwa. Okandini mapa. Leader papa. Otumi ede ne manfo eko nanim. Ya kasa obi eye leader anasa wakandini anasa wahene a wada kura no a. Esese oye obi a owo abojokyere ya broni se patience and tolerance. Owo jemene honhom asemo enhye no basabasa na wonfa asem eho abufuo enhye ne mu bisa waye pani na woda oman woda kuro woda busua anasa woda adwuma bia no eya dan a obi ebefom obi betia wo na so na nipa ni tia wo na so no say na react ye dia na wo ye efa saade no ho wanamo a wo betuo no ene be kire se ampa wo ye chief a leader ayede wo edi ekuro oman anase fie animu a eyeye enye obi asesia na ne buafu no kasa saa na mpani ka se opani odue mate mante no na ase ne sen ene se opani de ensam ubeti bebre na wotia de enye no na wapre waso no manframa de ko Bibia na so be react dia. Ufie bebo. Ufie bebo. Mamema typical example. Ekwo na abusua penny to park. Enanu ye lumba eto fomu. Ghana fomu wa ha. Openi. Wama horo no papa. Obi se. Obi kunu ya wote ne baabi. Wa ye abusua penny enti ne bone anu no o. Enkrofo horo no Ghana ha. Ye di no atam. Obi a wonim papa no. Na hyase wa abrabom ne bra wa bokra no. O mana no so. Na wonya. Data 2 cities no ogina TikTok anu ohoro papa di natem. And so why good leader. Na what's ne ho asese ye de no to ekwo na abusua no. Enti ade esese wo ye se abusua pani. O ma abontensofo ne atem ne bebrebe no emu na bam. Obeye. To ogina ne na so. Etu anamo a esese wotu. Owie wawie na dwuma. Monhwe o, lumba ye no achi. Shatorancha mufro esan to abusua yi. Papa no ye obi anko be kasa am na mo se ye immediate family. Enti de aba no ne mo mfa mo ade but ono na da ko na abusua na no. Enti esesa wosan kɔ omo a enam wono mo nsa so ama ya horo no Ghana ha no esesa wosan kɔ kwatena abusua fie. Na wototo ne ma se de be ya ne wo fa ase ya wasan afiri mu aka ho no. Wo mo ye ho adwuma. This is a good leader. We ni etimi kase wo ye chief ya won fa ensam nhihye ni mu a wo betumi akora ne fie ena no na MPP for ekwaye presidential primaries obi ama na no so a was I will unite the party, I will be a unifier monto abamame man say unity enye unity no ya eye no so efri nipa wade ne beto saa kro no ana se abusua no ana oman no ano. Enti ya kandifo ya besrem. Say ya wanu media heye ya. Colin Samupoku DJ Tofi akwada ya noi. Tofi say me be adwuma ya me do reception. Lord Asamoah tia me na so. Enti ho anu etre. No ama Lord show down. No akeka na adwene a kire Lord. Owi a no o afa ne bag ya san ne kon ho ne mo pɛ monye. Adwuma na agu. Kire se wontumi enye pani a obe tina wadwuma no ahye atoto ne mama adwuma na fa ne ntuma pɛfra ti anopai ye ba ya ye say a quarrelsome chief cannot hold and answer does not hold a village together. Oye opani anasa wakandini a da bia wotietia nsɛm a wontumi enka wo fie wo man wadwuma anasa wukuro emom. Mpenisi edua ya eben na etwie ya benben ye hui ne nyina ye wanuanom media yi obi betia pani bi na so eya na mo aprem aso na sa leadership qualities na Nyankopon de adua wo mu nti wo de ache na waboa aka ye nyina ya bom ne ayefu a se yefunu baako emumba anya sa de a oman ne bebo opani a wotietia nsem na wade bone tua bone so ka no obo man nti emfa nkabo mu entena wa bra Nyankopon de ato efie oman ekuro anasa abusua bia no na beboa ama peace areni ewe ye fie yadamwase.
Right, and so send us your WhatsApp message on 020-754-3637 020-754-3637. Yes, I can messages now. You be kind in at the amount. Maestro at the top of the morning, Abraham. Bra, Yanko.
Offer. And then when come on, no, so simple. Na, I will say, dim komo Kaakyire MPP for Kakra.
And the awesome.
Na offer. Near maybe wohonoma ya na Asante Mante Muhano. You take it for granted because of say the Ashanti region is notably known. Say when it comes to politics, when it comes to election, Biano, Ashanti region is carefully designed for the new patriotic party on between a lot of vote free hanum. The sound into offer when it comes to development, a bit boa ama Ashanti region, it's me dance na Ashanti region, a bit me fulfill that said promises now when the NPP were coming to power in 2016, almost share Ashanti region bona offer yana kwe bi o kakra. Offer the term we dim komo we is about the Swami interchange. And the who nkoma etimi asore offer. In July 2022, offer and a parliament e passe and also omuti tu mo say Swami interchange, being it a commercial or loan granted facility or mokwa jidi abebiano. They can easily accept that, and the Swami interchange with the architectural works, any bibiano, they can easily start the Swami interchange offer. 18th October 2022, and he ran another Dankwe Kufuado, Eba Ashanti region. When he came, he understood the fact that facility and I said the interchange, the infrastructure development, interchange now all by no. Or babe can want some their chance and mine. No sense what catch us and mine for say. Omo krum one almost say MPP phone to me be papa bi e Ashanti region no. Obeye saadi we amomani o. Of a video na ready. Yinti video name rasisi.
Ladies and gentlemen, the construction of the Swami interchange is going to be undertaken by MS Grupa Dizima of Spain and Rango Construction Limited, a Ghanaian company. The complementary road component will be undertaken wholly by the Ghanaian firm Rango Construction Company Limited. The supervision of the entire project being the responsibility of the Ministry of Roads and Highways through the Department of Urban Roads. They are to ensure the country gets value for money, as well as ensure strict adherence to completion dates. I urge the contractor to put traffic management measures to minimize any inconveniences the construction works will bring to commuters and pedestrians. Despite of our present difficulties, which I know will be overcome sooner than later, I continue to be excited about the future prospects of our nation, and I urge all Ghanaians to join hands in building the Ghana we want. We can realize this if we all work at it. And I want to number and some papa and family who was anti medu. Baku when you know and him about the grass and brasse ne otra no church me na waso nyame e shamunyira
it's offer we yankoma you run another Dankwe for the ADA. Also, omo nam Ashanti region Kumasi ekeka ne ho nsem no omo nyanim begu asem makum offer na se metren komo na odiye na offer in July 2022 our meeting commerce parliament is secure this particular project in offer. When it comes to company and I said baby government at that time NPP government in eco secure fund say omo de baby develop the Swami interchange. It was the Dutch Bank of SA in Spain. Export credit guarantee from CESCE, almost Spain, and a guarantee this particular funding offer. All that you need to know is that MPP phone no mood in say they secured fund to establish the Swami interchange. That was the 4th year. And common almost who AD was some common way in say it was because of the COVID-19 any excessive borrowing during their government and this particular project no a stuck. Now, this government has taken over 7 January 2025. Now, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama initiated a policy just to look at infrastructural development in most of the critical areas that will be ahead. And that kind of projects now or capture Swami interchange development within that particular policy. That's the big push policy. Now, offer in common omusu aid in say 4th tier na MPP4 designing for the Swami interchange omobaye no omambe to fund biya fund bi omo de betimi ayes the Swami interchange no NDC for no so omobaye no omambe to sikasem biya ohonom contractor no any omo di saa dwumadie no omo ni sika omo de ye that particular development no it di omo betimi aye no say currently as you speak 2nd tier and I say 2 tier no betimi aye e dia ma asanteman omo wi a no more secure fund and they continue the leg over project and also be on meeting about on my better so Ediama Santima Bofa. The question is, Why na eka no kre no? MPP before minority caucus omunkomo mudi ne say when we talk about nkoma course in the budget case what to force in the corridor 43 billion Ghana cedis. And omutimi capture within the budget NDC for most of the infrastructural development within our country. Almost our cite example of Fanko in Sawom Road. Kwanya, the NDC government had been able to secure fund just to do the Ofanko in Sawom Road. And they are saying, with that same energy, and committing to a secure fund at the fourth tier of the Swami interchange. But in command of Pempese Midipan say, I'm not here to talk about whether the minority caucus are saying the truth, whether the Minister of Transport in Semnokre, but who say the former road transport minister, Honorable Asenso Boache, Edin Nkomo, Parliament, but who say, I mean, the NDC caucus almost also Edio, almost in some but of a main cousin, the only thing that I want to say over here is 8 years of governance under Nana Dankwe Kufuado offer. Omuncheme a single big project in Ashanti region. MPP 40 million the man Santa Mai. Omuncheme a single project. Even the Sofola interchange na yedi hun komo said that was the facility, that was the infrastructure. Yera John Ajokum Kufo Ejatowa in 2009 when NEC took over, they were not able to complete. It is MPP mobile power in 2016. Diana was saying, even Sofola interchange, currently as we speak, young completely Sofola. The Kaakyire market that we are talking about, the Dubai market that we are talking about, it wasn't built by the NPP, it was built by the NDC. The central market, and the NPP for your money, so Omu Peja ADC Honum. Offer. Apart from that, Crowfrom market, a CEO close to about 16 years. NPP for Barbecha 8 good years. They were not able to complete the Crowfrom market for the people of Ashanti region. Koseria Hospital, MPP Betna buying so for 8 good years. Offer. We are talking about some of the notable development, some of the notable facilities, some of the notable infrastructures in MPP administration within the past 8 years. Ebetimi aye ama santimai ehwatomo. Offer. We saw the president when he came to Ashanti region. Otek no granting interview. Any ebusa na kwabre kwan offer. We all know the answer that he gave to the host when he was being asked about some of the inner roads and some of the infrastructures, especially our kwabre offer. Problem with it. Me person me call back beam offer. Uni muaya na na don koku for the muaya no de mai. Mo ma asem ya ye den muaya no de mai. Osu kokromoti ye kokromoti. Una o decide say obetoaba. Mpacho asem o kan enye nokre. Offer sa tamna no ope mampin no wan kasa asem na fanche kwabre for. Because ho asem ama offer in 2016 say ope baby a ma MPP vote kese pa. Southern Francisco in the first time no okwa compete offer. Me boss Idris Adams. Saturn and MC work Maestro offer the kind of offer almost 80,000 votes MPP now decided so the Bekwa Twaba now fan Twaba offer now the Danko Kufuado say a quine or Bebanwa be yamam but Mumman bre offer a brebieno you can't force him Saturn ne brebieno offer 8 years as an hona yemohi na same way offer Okokwa you query site wo honum buo ho wo honum ofa ko buo ho kwan so wakwa buo ho akrofom buo ho apagya baby a pipe buo query site wo honum an kebitime use bi even 10% of that mining site in kebitime use bi ebuo mo kwan de amomofa be ko buo ho ba be ko buo ho apagya ko buo ho akrofom a wan hwe atade ehemi be san so sam ho ahya atade foforo tem bi omo mo firi buo ho apagya buo ho akrofom baby ya no omo hya atade bi no de ba krom e be ye adwuma de be ntia oma kwan nye nansi enso atoto no ofa enso egugu so kakra enfuturo no akofom ofa mimisa wasam ebi before omo a wo kan omo ho asem omo to aba de ye den ye mbuntu okay de omo to aba 2001 omo enya mpuntu omo to aba 2008 omo enya mpuntu omo to aba 2016 omo enya mpuntu afutuo bia so ama omo aso ye se mpuntu no ayenya no ye nsesa ye nsa nyesa eno omo da so to aba wo ba bi omo to aba nti omo hia mpuntu ofa omo hia
Enti na na do ka kire wo mo se. Muko kromoti ya muko kromoti. Dia mo pesa mo de ye no. Eye mo asem a. Ade na say politics ba no kra mo pesa ye kan no kra kire.
No kra na make catch MPP for no say nkomo no mu di o parliament. Concerners from interject being it fourth tier, being it second tier, NDC 4% almost secure fund, and they be complete, and as almost year second tier, easy conjunction. And some of the transportation movement of we the commuters and some of the pedestrians are a bit higher now. They should just keep quiet for the government to do it. Of a moment now, for the past 8 years, 2022, it was just 2 years, near the Atuaba in 2024. And a bamboo Musa Mobile yes from interchange at the Amakumasa for. Of an anka, ye two about the mammono. Kumasi and as a shanty region, the mam with the highest vote, no. A coming who ye two about the mam 2017, more initiative free SHS, more initiative a lot of policies, no. And come 2018 as a come second year, dear. Come to Kumasi, come to Ashanti region. Initiate some of the big infrastructure development. Namunyan Yaman Farmer Mino.
Yeah, dear, so we need ye t-shirts.
Offer yempe t-shirt beam.
Mente was you.
Offer yempe t-shirt beam. In
common na friend mo boy am na say mu mpe t-shirt.
In common na honorable Asensu Wache omudi wo parliament offer. Me yeso mudi san common no. They don't have any right to talk about the Swami interchange because you were in power for God's sake 8 years.
You don't have a right.
Oh offer. Me in this ni and I'm MPP ni am and then me kasa say sebi Ghana ni tia santimemu minim say asantiman
t-shirt
there be me t-shirt offer me pimpuntu
ope Ghana card pe bridge ana mente wase o
offer say who slow offer
there be tie o empuntu oto aba e de pe mpuntu nyesa enkan kronti ne ye adwuman
no correct
nyesa
no correct
nti say wato aba 2000 wato ne boom hwiansi wato 2008 boom hwiansi wabeto 2012 ato 2016 hwiansi mampani so ukokroboti de opese ode ye fire
2016 they was out to the boom
because umpuntu ope t-shirt
oh offer ana some come no modi we train offer what yana
David say mo pese ye ma mpuntu de a mo ma ye hu
offer me de me nkomo no
oh
MPP minority caucus honorable Asensu Wache the person so na yeti offer ye adwuma wa hai that time on road minister onwa enka nokre so omu secure fund from Spain. Say omu insecure fund from Spain. Say government and as parliament at that time is secure. That acceptance ne say omu tonkoso no munye so omu independent on one kind of quantity kasa 2 years no.
Ye kwaba ye ba no kra base ye beka. But wo hwe ya no pay akwanya e wo homa. Say o send WhatsApp messages 020 754 3637 Fabre na yeni hu nkomo but Sabri agudi emu nsem na ye de bro me sure say update ni nyina no Luther de be man ye ne hu say kotokofo so ko Zito say on resign or resign ana omu yi nadi sa nkomo ni nyina ye dan ye ho ba ye de be bro fache di anope Luther King e de sa update ni nyina ene ne ekeka ka ho nyina no ebe ban onuama ache
Major so legend
baby ayati de asundwe wa ha baby awugina nam nim bokode
nyame adom
de da Yehowa
asodak
de da Yehowa se anope ma ne nyese auza kokwa eye hyehye famaye
mate me da say e brana se asona no pai na ye ba be breaking it down na ya touching it down na ya knocking it down na nya dajejejem yompo wa mo no nsemo Daybreak dwumadie no na eba yeso ya dane ho ejene ye de agokansem nsem petwim na dwumadie no emu ayehwam emu ayekama ensem pini abo ne beda ye besanem ye bewram okro bia kumase asante kotoko omo asoye yenka bi nhyem na no ada MTN FA Cup ojama ebetia krobia ma ewo asante mantemwa ne yasenka fie wa akireni abofno de ne yeteye namsuma coach Abdul Karim Zito ese tintontai wani tim na tonkwanta pai ye don kyeremu ba ensema odo da pama so ye de bramu midin edilu tech executive producer ene anopai eye binas na daruma en wa shedmadi ama se lutaken bedani akirema wiase ne Ghana mai na omu de ekoso ne yansam na se eso emfam free crop bia kumase asante kotokwaso ye enu ayenka bi nhemu ena ebeto dwa ese coacha ye friend Abdul Karim Zito wase adwuma no ontimi entroso biem wa resign eno nam so ma asante kotokobobo no eba eye me pa chom X social media platforms outdoor any confirmation epeto so ese opinion ampa wa resign ebi ena dasno or say Abdul Karim Zito Kabute has resigned from his role as the head coach of Asante Kotoko Sporting Club with immediate effect. Management has accepted the resignation expressed expressed its appreciation to the coach for his services and wished him the best of year for the future. The new technical direction of the club will communicate in due course. Nampa the newly technical team number Yasin Tifuniwa Prega for her and the coach and friend Abdul Karim Zito Sariki ese dwumano dondo for tegaria makosa fufu na wontimi ntwaso nya dwumani biamu dia ene e wo se omode obia obehwe akire pa nto mo se emprempren die aye coach Prince Jaousu and ebe take over as the technical team no na wababehwe na biaso e kama obabe opanyina da omano na coach Hamza Obey as an assistant head coach and to coach Prince Jaousu Babed head coach as interim na Muhammad Hamza Obey as an assistant coach na Omacha Kotoko na Atofo game edom anim no omde apem so na bibia so atimi ayekama na coach Abdul Karim Zito akasa was ampa ono an resign ye na a resign e dey free Asante Kotoko yentie no
team what you say me to me boy me team ama boy ese me boy keke me body gidin fa won ko blast and yamanema entinu it is if you ask them we have to talk senebeya obi an go talk but at the end of the day you know we all agree say they did their best to change my mind but the man was made up so they won't compel it already or also peona and also jauna open so let's put it this way once legend of the club it is BBC na so we have to na munye ni so we na me you know they resign you know I don't know that's na kauda supporters na se ma me pepe because at least me ba hono me nya wanyu but what you come there for it's not a bad I'm very very happy about it and you know I think maybe I will be time
time aso na dia wan sase bia na wiye openya supporters obedo massive for the massive supporter oba omdema no buy encheye afi ba kumpo mai enso ose nkru abe nan watima agida ma Asante Kotoko na mpanyfo se sebe obi bampo amwajaw na idea one kasa wujaw na yankamfa so there kro supporters ani nyene ho na mpanyimfo nya yebepamo na mpanya so no coach Abdulkarim Zito ono ankasa ebe resign wa amna nsiwa osan kasaye efa Kotoko ho yentie coach
do amedi martin Kotoko nye smaller team out the agro because the supporters are huge, and then they want to see the team achieving. Until who did the agro and but I'm also happy. I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very happy with the team. Because they've given me the opportunity, and then Samika Nyamayo Viasia. First, Namaji knockout Bakupe, and then Maji too. I'm very proud, and I thank them. Oh, they won't let you know. Suppose I can go back any child, another position there.
And no, and summer former Kumasi Asante Kotoko coach, even coach Abdulkarim Zito, as after the resignation from Asante Kotoko, as an Kotoko legacy waja to her and the profile no and Ebenam Wahua or be proud as a once upon a time or be Kotoko coach or by us on Wameti Bon Koswo or by a Juma Jinkua Edma Sante Kotoko name ni CV as a beverage now and what you know by a Kotoko Jumano when the statistics are overall a competitive matches no a total matches about 37 or winning 19 or draw 11 or lose 7 and our clean sheet or Kipu 19 and our goals scored now or 50 goals conceded Kabute and the natural one or 50 and conceded 31 win percentage na 51.35% achievement or by Noma or by JS Kotoko head coach 2025 MTN FA Cup or winning year 2025 Super Cup or winning year 2025 Toyota Cup or winning year and a 2025 President Cup or winning year this season CAF Confederation Cup or Ramma Kotoko Frimo MTN FA Cup Adriana Ayoma Frame Samsung League leaders and Badomodano Medema are taking lead by 8 points and our old team was so acro and no edge Ora Kotoko supporters are we are seeing now one chairman one opening proper one otitrene chairman Solomon Ofosuware Wakasa was Zito Kwa and Yankabaya Wamuni actually.
Coach and assistant no more matter. Also winning up. Oma to pa. Some assistant coach. Also a friend from Pandemic. No winning up. Na a clear box na. Kind of I think. But imagine when the system map of the complaint on shop of coach. The coach being on shade to my I am Muslim. And the prepare say FA Cup na a criminal. Kotoko season I did I can't leg in for 8 points between Kotoko and media. Very, very possible, but we are back at the radio. It's sorry, the forms is here in Australia. It's basically our Kotoko supporters by the two. So better so many in Abaco. I have proved the Amanarechi.
Chairman Solomon Kotoko, National Circus Council. Chairman and was Kotoko. Entire woman set a fray. Omunso Ashasia Bill Nebaya. And Kamon Kofa coach Biama, Omumpobino Vechia no, and Omjama a coach of a praise Yausu, and a Hamso Bay, as some church in a Pianya Kama. Na Dr. Kwame Banyako, Opeka maybe from Dr. Kekes upon time. Na Odik Mama Santi Kotoko. Also Kasa. What's the Kotoko problems? No, say it here.
You've recounted so many problems. The problem in any organization, especially in a football club, could be, and if you listen to Asaribuedu and Lavisi, you have the playing body, the coaching, and the management. But I still feel that almost all of that comes back to management. Because how is it that players bring outsiders to team camp? The team manager then takes action. And it is still the fact that these players are able to defy the team manager and they still play for Kotoko. So who decides whether those players can still play for Kotoko and continue doing what they do? Yes.
And no, I a doctor Kwame Banyako and a room Kotoko problems no a so John so a teacher who and what their bab on tablet to that Nanama McBrown Empress no on Swakas ahead of the big gamer a better the Ghana's version of El Clasico, the Azigriden game. Hard to focus Santi Kotoko. Nanama, essay on the Swahuni.
Yeah, Santi, mana Santi Kotoko, Ukuma Pimwa, Apimbebo, yeah, Santi, mana Santi Kotoko, Ukuma Pimwa, Apimbeba, Ampa, Ukuma Pimwa, Apimbeba, Santi Kotoko. Ebusia, Nanama Nio said the winning no, Asante Shemifumu, in Tenem Jana, me tun Safra, say, Udu Humbe 15 February, ya, Asante Kotoko, and the Pim so. Or ne Accra Hearts of Oak. Into Bomonians of a ticket, Bomonians of baby. Mr. No 9, no way a crado, now was stadium or Baba Yara, Joe Coco, never been Jinaho, no 50 cities per batch or center line, Ujinaho, Popular Stand, with him straight up. Na VIP na 100 Ghana cedis mesremo onso monini pa we yan yakasa ye de nti se wo kumase ne mpotam dia me pa cho menyu hu frim Asante Kotoko fabulous ukuma pemu a apembe ba you kill 1,000 million will follow nti pa cho we nyina mra
ya Asante Kotoko and we Empress no say Nanama McBrown and what they say on a swakasa but Kotoko how to forgive me to Ghana or tree every year as a Baba Yara or any Koko on your Kojai. If it's so many opera, coach and John Woko, ma Bibiana Kama Young Rome, our Ghana Premier League in Mukakra, Bosby Piano, the league organizers, and Shanoma Bo, Nipomo performance, Kon Kayoma Boma Baso, na Nasco, a player of the month, Nomnisino, Enya Abba. Say an Nasco player of the month nominees, you know, at Urama Samates, or Plaven Christian, Ajenim Watem, or bought 4 matches or 3 goals, or assist, one year be or MVP, you know, and I was saying Urama. Mamin Fama said Salim Adams, Mediama, or no about 5 matches, was 3 goals, 1 assist, MVP, Onyam, you know, and a John Entry, our Dreams FC, or no about 5 matches. Or share 3 goals. Why you assist me new MVP or you 2 and then I said John Entry because assisting him cannot be 2 or more. So for the Pami and some nominate 2 or more. Now my patron goalkeeper of the month and your NASCO goalkeeper of the month nominees for Jimmy Bossman Benji the Black Stars number 1 Guda Benjamin Asari 3 matches clean sheet 3. Goals conceded, ball and Tonatinum. Well, we need 2 games from the 3 games. And we'll draw 1. Or Lusupi, no Benjamin Asari, or Benjamin Asia do. Also no Ucha, also no performance, 4 matches. Or keep clean sheet me and Sam. Or concede 2 goals. Or we need 3 from the 4 matches. And 1 draw, Piolusu 1. Now, Wapa, no Ababe Musa Zakari. On 4 matches. Or no Ekipu clean sheet 4. Well, consider go. Well, we need 3 or draw 1. And me patron Lusupi. And yawa Rahman Osman. Or no 5 matches. Clean sheet near 3. And a goals conceded near 3. And a wins 2. Well, draw 3. Well, Lusupi. And your 4 goalkeepers. So man nominate 2 or more for the month of January as the best goalkeeper our Ghana Premier League. NASCO coach of the month of January. Nominees, I have 4 coaches. And no, Tanko Ibrahim Medema, 5 matches of boy as the head coach, or we need 4. One droppy, Olusu 1. Was 10 goals, a conceded 4. And no dead down on. And a Christopher Ennen. So, ultra 4 games of boy, where we need 3. What draw 1. One Lusupi, or share 5 goals and conceded goal. And ultra coach, your friend of me patro, Amisa. So far 4 games. Oh, we need 3. 1 Droby, 1 Lusu 1. or share 4 goals or concede 2. And me pacho Oriya friend Dorman. And so far 5 games, 2 wins, 3 draws, and 1 lose supi, or shared goals, and or conceded 3. And also a nominees, and also their tear and on. Now, the DWA, Ayo Ramo, the Black Stars are the technical director, your friend Wilfred Shafa, Wakasa, Yente some opinion on editorial.
Ghana lost the qualification for the Cup of Nations in Morocco, and the president Kurt, he called me, and we have a meeting in Manchester, and he asked me, please, you won't help us, and for this position, advisor for Coach Odato and director of sport or advisor.
And we and some opinion to concerning the AFCON toga and it said the Black Stars technical team or my beefing up and also or don't sell a straight up young Ramon Crofama my soul not young Juma Kakramamo Mami Nigeria Super Eagles or my head coach friend Eric Shell opinion in some Piatuga was so no what Nigeria could pay more AFCON. Or Montman Koju Kuanama, or Mutosum Yensa, no one say, or the first African coach, or coach Real Madrid, or no coach way and Crawford Bassere, na omunim te woka ene te ohu yemu African coach bia ese o coach Real Madrid popoko no ono Nigeria omu coach odom ko AFCON Eric Shell or the first African coach to lead Real Madrid and we and some of Jatuga Mami Benfica Mpacho FC Porto Omni Sporting CP and Uramo Portugal League na first and second Omni Pemso Portuguese League no and we banner we na 1-1 FC Porto 1 Emma Sporting CP 1 Sesa Ukoroma Portuguese League no table say the city FC Porto dika 56 points Sporting CP at a second 52 points and Benfica your undefeated Morino pa omupa jumapa that third with 49 points and no edge down mame Porto ball boys no and no edu pa bi na rewaba ya say ball boys no support to Porto edu pa no Sporting CP for her game and to ball boys na chibon na no the bonus year ball no ekọ bontom peto abano na ball boys in the ball no etete no the ball na kwhye baby na omu delay ama Diameter official complaint about the Portuguese Football Association I'm a biaso timi ye kama and no cho am sa kofa goalkeeper ni gloves no answer goalkeeper no at the air towel at to said the player am be pa gloves no said the player free anti gloves no na goalkeeper no dem say you silver the towel na what be pa the gloves no ball boys no sa kofa towel no you say a criminal offense and into Sporting CP a person a complaint at the tia ball boys FC Porto Mami N'Golo Conte and na upon the first game at my Fenerbahce na and na game no banner here now so much N'Golo Conte said the Opa Fenerbahce a celebration after the game Opa supporters no Opa say na also say and also kwano na omochre N'Golo Conte said the Opa supporters wa would preja won sam ye no wevu nsan say eno Fenerbahce celebration prayer come na no so far this season Fenerbahce unbeaten still 3 points and a separate team Galatasaray that second Galatasaray at the first team Conte no or cross supporters or on Safari there or Ferreira there pa na mamni message after the game N'Golo Conte Kasai na yenten sama what did you got for the experience no.
No, it was a nice experience. The fans push us from the beginning to the end, and we are happy to share the win together.
How did you think the fans?
and no N'Golo Conte a match experience from game shots supporters pushi woma ebe winning mame La Liga and no game back to da na BRL boy against Espanyol and no tino na banana BRL atimi awuni 4-1 e de tia Espanyol na no game no banner we no after some massive win for BRL La Liga table saying that Barcelona did count 58 points, Real Madrid are second with 57 points, Atletico Madrid at a third with 45 points, and a Villarreal at a fourth with 45 points, and no edge down. No Ramo, a Serie A Italy, Atalanta, and Roman Tenant football, Omuchi Cremonense, and Pomo 2-1, David Zapacosta, and Mepato Kristovic, Omupo Gamer Bayer Kama Brat Tosby, and your Bakuma Cremonense, Roma game no baso, Emma Roma so at me a winning 2-0, Etia Cagliari Calcio, and no 8 games a total, Emma the newly signing striker, by a friend Manglen, and a young ghost, me no player, Etima Roma Bayer Kama, and the games a petota, na no games are a petota, say Anam Patrotia, and the Coppa Italia quarterfinal, Baku Basso, and we are Napoli Como, and we are game a total, I'm a bank come at 8 p.m. Derby Poker, and Germany quarterfinal, Hector Berlin, But Freiburg, and we are 7:45, and I know Queensland the Premier League games, Babaso, Chelsea Leeds United, a game by Everton, Bournemouth, Tottenham, Newcastle, West Ham, and Manchester United. Not me patrol, Mammy Manchester United. A players in the train station. United players on my rival train station. From Manchester, London. Now I was some coffee train. I'm not at the train station. One Casemiro, one Jogo Dallo. Any place in that all. Now on my rival London. Now I'm not Dallo Netuano. Now ultra United players. So arrive here, to Lenten ahead of the game. Petota, Branning Bilmo, Nano Olympia, a prominent Tottenham, and so Casquad and watching Lenny Joro, or Man Frank Casquad and one call, and no Ed Eba, not me patro, Mammy United, and game no United supporter now, the Junior Fupebrino, on Sa Ocase United, winning 5 games at Waswa, and Obey Nitinom, United. They're winning 4. Not me patro. I can't one game there. United a winning pair. Next and I just say, bet me a unity no. Nah, it's an kasa. Yeah, we send us a bar. I send the United winner. Nitin style by. And I'm a patro obey. Yente and summer. What did you style obey?
Now, Frank Eilert will want United to win more than most tomorrow. He's better known as the man who's refused to cut his hair until United win 5 games in a row. Well, that's more than 500 days ago. So, should Carrick get that 5th win, what hairstyle will he go for?
It's looking like his first 5 games, and yeah, it's been amazing since he first came in. I'm glad as well that it's not been like 5 easy teams either. You know, we had to beat City and Arsenal, and even Spurs and Fulham are, they can be tough to beat on their days.
Have you decided what you're going to go for? Is it short back and sides? Is it,
Something like that, I think. I mean, to start with, it needs to be kind of cut off in bunches, but then, I think probably buzz cut all over and start again.
Way of 494 days in year since our car say United winning 5 games to us who are paying it. Ruben Amorim Amanitia for Papa was say obey Amanitina conform not why fresh kaka na mami Premier League clubs are ya punish omupa omucha ya cast omadi ultra Spurs omune dikan we clubs are omucha pa ya jefa wutia woma ya mom cast Spurs ya 4.1 Chelsea 4.4, Sunderland so etoso 4.7, Brighton 4.9, and no and did that so at the Amamon. Mikel Merino and Rami Demaso penny surgery no good news about and Nyamia Tom Wakani surgery. Ama Mikel Merino what do Biase as already or check recovery no as or baba bag na obesra so biam fam pieball enter nachi na biaso enya kama and we Mikel Merino after the surgery no and oba bonten at 20 am na Jack Grealish so akwene there on so out from the World Cup and no at the eba ye jama breaking it down so at the amam ewo dwumade so mam Leandro Trossard opeka na no so praye boy no san kroye na Leandro Trossard akasa ye busa se Arsenal teammate no den opeka dia form was the onim and say win and it was say omo ewini.
If Arsenal were a tennis player right now, would you rather win like Federer, maybe quite beautifully, or Djokovic and just get the job done and keep going?
I wouldn't care as long as we win. So if it's nice, take that. If it's in any other way, take that as well. You just want to win.
Who are you most like?
I think a bit of both. I like the style of Federer, but the aggression of Nadal, I would say.
Nice. Yeah. What a combination.
And no, Leandro Trossard. Now, Mani Gavi, good news about for Barcelona. Gavi about back on the pitch. We video no quite of us or Rania. Exasampa Gavi. Wababa ka wade ball no. Eso Juma Gavi ni on the ball no Ranisano. No, Mami Danny Omo and a fan no. Danny Omo the car akutwa fa supporter but a fan as well. Oh, bana fan person Johnny in top picture. And a Danny Omo and na fans who masanya so babe how or do or your fan of Barcelona Gina now can in top picture kakre for respect's sake and Uncle did Danny Omo Sam na Rafinha and Okwajen award na Ultra award that Rafinha Kwajeya and we are best athlete of the year award and we are say radio and a dima Rafinha Emma Rafinha Kwaja password and no we and wakasa about one la mi jama celebration you know was say and not the respecter omumienu ewo edi ema omumienu omo respect edi mo and unti no shekwa yesa celebration you know ema bia so etim ayekama na mpiaje chi tima Jeffreno Olympic Marseille, lo classic, Esham 5 no, ba training ra, bia ye kama, na urama, by their friend President Kimpembe, onse ono, na obodma PSG, and a player na okono, ono no Poma Marseille, na no mi no kopia mo kata, na say, former clubs about I'm a PSG winning and wo boy na but be too many club house no nyina and your punishment are President Kimpembe so Jamano na a bash digital satellite Adaroma and an opay din somehow do pedam or bash near decoder near bash seven countries say decoder bia open no odwani chemo na so ya won sa epeka se wutu akoton o pepper kwa yusu for any chemo bash digital satellite was say DSTV center if you now walk pub hotel restaurant boss me aso di quarter na wu friend on nya nse uni scamper or berry charge am chenu otwa ne kakaka enu achi ne decoders no multi choice Ghana ama mutumi krata se authorized dealer enti babia wo bra no ne dealer mensro on a company so me decoders no at the brand na onkrofo betu akoton enti batch se bra home and I say door-to-door services and a home service no gusu ye babia wo bia decoder ne teteko scratches are basso if LMB if it did remove naira batch se fe no on papa be service ne kama diama kumasa Brepo junction or udo rama Brepo junction busase na kotoko junction or obia ebetra na ship mo na daruma and an opay din sama do epeda mumidin edilu taken Lord asamwejira camera nache and a been as executive producer and a church medjam de bread tea bread as for a da a chima prayer kama ye ko ama Daybreak the Trinity team led by the legend the voice of the voiceless Kojo Marfo Petrana Joma Tintenso Koto Akunkoso primary na Kaakyire the only lady what that memem no ba na big brother Maestro Nese Kofia be ka na bia kamanti the hottest political show munyim free facha ne ogoro na nkasa bafia ha enti mpacho open latest on a sentiment tematia e facha manena ha ye do bia 3 pm ye besa the facha afternoon
Yene Ashanti Regional Minister ewo interview yene ne bedi nkomo be kyerɛkyerɛ nsen na niema no etie na ave ye nyina nso yehu sɛ de nkomo no etie me ka kyerɛ sɛ ukokromoti no wa ukokromoti ndisi ye ka sa anokore ne kyerɛ wa ya memfa nye partisan politics ebraso sɛ de ubonkrata nkomo no yede ne nyina ebrawo yebema wa kwanya na ne mampani adi nkomo eduru hɔ a na ne ɛhaw wɔ man temu no ne ɛhaw ɛwɔ waso yɛ hɔ no na wabɔ mampani amane na ɔne wo adi nkomo Maestro nokre ba akopɛ nokre ne sɛ nokre no ɛne sɛ nipa bia ukukromoti ukukromoti aha wa na wokɔ na ɔde akotim ɛnkyerɛ sɛ yɛmfa mpuntunwuma mma ba do ukukromoti ukukromoti sɛ one me yɛ adwene a wo ho akwanya one me nya adwene so a wo ho akwanya 020-754-3637 send WhatsApp messages no na fabra ho on TikTok Fache Television on Facebook Fache Television na fe oko YouTube nso a Fache Television na wame adi nkomo yene the Electricity Company of Ghana mpanimfo edi nkomo one PRO anopay yenya no ahoma so na yebisa no se ede na asia be na awotwe mienu ni nkofo nkanea no edum na aso enura de edum ya na se anyebia dum so no yewura mu ana sesen mienua Ben Obin Ben, good morning.
Morning, favor for them.
Me ho ya Africa panso.
Africa let you have anything good.
Ye da ye ho ase. Na say ye wura afifoforo yi mu yi o how Ben na ba kanea no ye dum no say de mo ye no yi.
That's na kwenya de ama na afa kwenya su which ye ahwefo nyina na no pe na mo bia so official pattern no kan. Na the brother said, the brother maybe share, but one of the Kumabidine a Santaman Como. It's yesterday, answer a chamber to your crapuno. Yes, and CNBC and then also BBAC, but there are now if you are na and Shada. And so and now can better show because here they share cracker, a bit more free a year. If you are in a major problems, if you are the intimate like I say, or short about 5 days near a say a year, if you are if you muna, Yahuma Bakote or a year, the choir about near war, rich school on. Then let's see, and affected the public breeze as a fly line and call the way through Barricades to offensive. Mpeno ka on sana njenga kutuma ye questions do na kanya ba de chine kwa yi with man ne se ye dum ni nyina nse ba ne sana affect you for do na e de wo e bo akwa side honum wo ye friend say offensive by case side honum kwada so side honum ne affect you mo na it is so na Saturday no so anado no na issue kese vitoro asanto no so ba Saturday and walk up where the cat and about general affect you post ne bi bubuye na ya uma misukete and so yeah Sunday and opania yibibi the near 8 p.m. and there's around 3 o'clock 3:30 p.m. yes and you know how to play free upstream the balance and any partners in the distribution electric supply chain so no good communal they just no more doing common na be near there adwen back by say here na restore power ema beautiful the ECG pit go in other engineers work furnace sector so nyina that they share to claim now by 5 o'clock necessary restore power but senior TN say in fact say they to feel for not to show TV fans na there can be na obibia wo na meboa but yes so TV bibia bu pe also light for safety bambo also light no can also TV and fridge and at bear Nina and Ambassador picking move not a book. So I was about a great news, sir. Buying bosses and after 5 o'clock now, I restaurant said that they are picking load, no kaka. By 5 o'clock, we will come here. 6 now we move back. 7 Senegal yam collapse festival no so pekilo ni kakaka nti saka kuna so so pekinya te bu country papa na yuzu sa transform ya se machine ni pass nti pekinya gradually nti by 11:30 p.m. na obia wasanti no nyina ina kanya se sia no pe ameno ka se die o share system no so e bi de format santi na tawa kanya nti obia nya kanya no afi na ede njumu atoko mu aye fese na ebe ya you only see and na enje nya tangwa no so any difficult for the cattle album na teach much obia
Ben said you would nkomo no emu ohwam but enra ene enna kakra ni said ye niema no eye no eyade a eha adwen
so mento kasa no
okay what me nkan fe
hello I told him we kakra
sa eye hello Ben
yes sir
eye
metin kakaba
okay mi bisa say apart from a fiada ene enrade no a esi ye no mantamu no ebi nso ewo hawa anwumre yedum won kanea ne ade eno enye ohawa eba na se yemfa ne sen
metima ka se so yi ifiala the new film man maybe obeka se the photograph can pockets of out the I don't know me specific to say you want na obopo na hie nyete na anadu bia na edu na po na hie during the day ni na sample no that they share it to me all the time but we also about transfer na say na begin 2 days because that transfer but they say I'm not say the system no aye okay kaka because maybe me talk say yeah me ndai to trim ka bona ye wo yeah the passe egwa fucho na the drop one na transfer that say the you better look at the core habitat or things inside on that transformers maybe. So it's another say we are not trying to be war. A challenge from could be the end to be frame and consent on as well. The engineers of that can you say in the media maybe said that may do an idea into me for the phone and say down usually push me in Canyon Sada now so now yes we ka the office of much of that people names we need ka there some or minor antimai and the the na sadi who was that and you may be a call bien and by ya so just or my associate na ya me problem of course we ramon
Ben baby aye fi baninti no ye dum kanea no check akrape na eye yense dabre dum so na aba assurances ben na ade be mayen ye sign akodum so mu ana.
Well, Sitia Mijaya, because I share in stock capacity as against operational capacity media because Nigeria, Nigeria, by my call. Aksa, Nana, Yadu, Yashua, Africa, put in it 123 megawatts into the national grid. They share in stock capacity and operational capacity now. I make my capacity, making some more. The major regime said. You need to do there be a challenge bin abaya we try it because shock up why I am putting the bin I was anti-man in fact for you say anti-man look business is improving and the back room of plenty we should be hotels in Baha high rising buildings skyscrapers name businesses factories never there then so ya say support the project a whole to consider we start to get na we and put us to do so to meet demand na Airbus was and this na ka jiri point man say onya him onya regime war ECG ma in the sense omunti ne wa ba say do so ma tanti ma ti do ko so ma tanti say da kana do ko so ya say mo amu ta fi echu mu na kan ri so ta fi asa se ka ko bu ni mu ka ni ja ba do ta ka na o fi echu mu how but ni ni ta mo bo so na ahade ba ni nya tan kan these are just temporary problems and permanent problems.
Right. You better say no pay any enchirimu a ode abrain wo fache television so. Nyame Benjamin Obin entry TGPRO Ashanti West region enra ene de hunchi no eba na bia wo hweye no no pay the ubo nkrata no ase mfi the new trust. The new trust. And the first story says KNUST student dies after falling from off-campus hostel. KNUST student dies after falling from off-campus hostel. The other story says Swami interchange reviewed to 3-tier, not downgraded. Road minister clarifies that position. And DMB calls call center group grateful to Matthew Opoku Prempe Napo. These are stories on the front page. The new trust.
Ebusia for the new trust the Bokrata and yede shase anope na oshe anymore. Wabo and some amanie. Na eno ena yeremu de kan eye arehosem ya efi Kwame Nkrumah suapon kese ya ewa santemem ha KNUST. Wasu osuani bi ewo sukuu num ya woje ntete our level 300 agri business students. Na enra ena ebeto dwase hostela abrantie no edemu no. So wajina soro na edi nkomo ewo phone so se soro oni obi ena na edi nkomo wo form ena wo free abrosan ne so abehwe form ama abrantie no afiri mu nti aye arehosem ya enra nyina KNUST no kwasem se na enema eden emasuafo no ene empanimfo nyina nti arehosem mi na no pay the new trust the Bokrata no aboho amane na wo hwe banner headline no aso am interchange nsem efiti enra ho nkomo no aba boache MPP abreso ono na aye roads and highways minister ena wono aye press conference ena wo kire say Debio Akufo adote so no omo ye se ebe so am interchange no esoro ho nsamso no enam ha no na nka ye nan omo ye na 40 year NDC for ba ye one more ayi 40 year no ateso abedru 2 tier ti na omo epenkyeremu ena governs Kwame Agboja ene ono so ye so afo hwe akwan ne akwantempon so eye nsamtrefo nhyiamu no oyi won ma no se emamu nka se ya nye ne 40 nti ya downgrade no ana se ya se so aba fom ma nani monyam kra ba yira eye ne yiemu se de mpanin se paspaso pa ngoma so enye nu mode na ye no na ne yiemu ntra 40 no ehu sika na ho 2 tie yukra no sika no na ho ya teso a ye betimi anya sika ne ye de aye amani mu ya traffic congestion e wokumase ha no ano atimi abrase kakra nti ma mo nka se ya nya 40 2 tie nti ya downgrade adwuma ni nyina ho asem eda the new trust the Bokrata emo ena ekuo bi di DMB call center omo so taiba omiachi omo se omo ema na pamu pa ye na pa ya ma omo ye nu nti omo ema no amono omo aba na baso no na omo ada na se no page 2 ewo the new trust the Bokrata anu nya na kenkan a obehu ne nyina.
We continue with the Metro Lens this morning. The Metro Lens newspaper says National Health Insurance Authority or National Health Insurance Service staff embrace Fugu trend in solidarity with President Mahama. I wore my own and I showcased and asked the question, where is your Fugu? The Metro Lens is also capturing that story. Gold Board CEO Sami Jemfi honored as best CEO at 15th RTP Awards. That's also a story on the front page of the Metro Lens newspaper. Abutreka sues all the agencies related to his arrest, and he's seeking damages of 10 million cedis. There's another story on the front page of the Metro Lens, and it says Boko Alaji Seidu Abagri granted 100,000 bail. These are stories on the front page, the Metro Lens.
The Metro Lens, the Bokrata no to aswa. Wosha ni mwa wase National Health Insurance Scheme. Ejuma ifoni nyina wamuso do wamuho agi Fugu trend num. said the nano man penny mahama call Zambia ya fugu hun sensem eba ye Zambia for so mo fuguda enti shaman penny sano ne binum susu se adan ya blouse and ofa ye wan hunu ni yi ana se enti ano na Ghana for se na mo Zambia pa mo mema etimi skirt and top ena mo ba be gro Ghana ho na mo ba sere yen se ye president ashefugu na ye blouse ene ayete se mrebi calipo trend no ye nyina ye be shefu
ye nom ye calipo
ye nom ya sa mre no ne so ye shefugu ti na no mo sabra Kojo ahye ne de kama e wo Facebook no obi sasa wo de we na me afugu no me nhye bi da nti nse ma de ba ye ma wo on a dress sa
unibi
me nibi
me ma on sa account de
matia
na
wa sha be ku ya montanka ka me bra Kojo ahye me bobo hye so ya akadan
on sa be kan
Kojo news ade tampa cho me de sha won sa ya make sure say me fugu no
on sa be kan fugu
enti sa na tie NHIS staff nyina do mo ho agi mu bia wo mo ahye fugu ni bi na yan hwe Radio and TV Personality Awards RTP Awards over the weekend e course Sami Jamfi CEO Emma Ghana Gold Board wo ma bona baso se CEO afra se ebesi na anu ye omoye awards no ni dwumadie aso ani pa Sami Jamfi ti obaje abasobo abrantie bi na nsan wo trende ye abutreka ni di ankasa wo ho na abutreka no ane na hotedi a Ghana fo nyina anim wo mo follow no de ne snap stories ne ade nkrofo ohwe niema pa na abutreka yi wo mo che no se akwaye romance scam wo mo atete internet so ya ene utira anye ye na beto won madwa mu a obeto mrade de ketremade saa fa ho sika no na wasende ne boom dollars na wo mo de aye wo ho yi ene wo mo che abrante no na wo mo de ne kokoko ya na koto ese onkofie abutrika ba ye no se saa mo amoche me na kok eka ho na Courts Control Commission wo mo de ewom FBI Monsumunie Interior Minister Attorney General Yoko abutrika se was still sampling for no me na beste wo twa wo mo damete 10 million Ghana cedis samogu ni ho fin yeso wo mo che no kra no oba wone ne tie American tentepa ene wo mo videos ni pictures e wo social media nyina ko delete eja wo mpe no nya so wo mpe boy no ba e bia na e chena bi wo mo ko rewra ho akwa evidence ene wo delete enti je say abutrika so wo magu nani mo ase enti wasi wo mo e twa wo mo damage 10 million and won some da ha boko ensensem alaji sedu abagere wo mo che no nyame adom afi no mama ne bail se onko finti Metrolens the workrata no pay oba yeli.
We'll continue with the daily guide this morning, but Mame Enkai will say Bison Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics wona ebwa ede enema ifri oman Ghana mu ekwa manone so wa manone na wo de onema eba oman Ghana mu a wo hwe na wo de bedu asumdwe mu ema ho nti de wo de ekọ de wo de ba Bison Imperial Global Shipping and Logistics ena eye ede ama there's no hassle the sesa wo ya ne se ofre wo mu na wo mu adi nkomo won behwe nom de nema na bedu asumdwe mu ama ho ehu sikasam nso de ewo fom ubotom de pa titru mu a modeka ifra manone eba o man Ghana se eye tipa truck na wo de eba se eye pickup na wo de ba se eye saloon car na wo de ba ene adwumakui eni nkomo hwehwe wo akira kwan Wotema Community 2 Kotoka International Airport se wo ba Santimantam Kumasi a won wo di chem so won beboa wo won so obeboa wo mo enema na waboa no wa manone odi agu container mu a opese eba no wabusua obi ahohenhan no Bison Imperial won eboa wo ema won sa eka mamemfa won number si ento wanim 0597 429329 0597 429329 and 050-131-4369. 050-131-4369. Obetimi nso ne won edi nkomo 0246-760-890. Beson Imperial. And won eni nkomo da ne da na won fa niema no emedu o man Ghana mu ema. The Daily Guide this morning, the story of the student who fell, KNUST is captured. Sammy Jemfi's story as he was honored at RTP Awards is also captured. The major story on the front page of the Daily Guide says, Ayawasu East NDC vote buying saga. Majority calls for polls annulment and OSP probes case. The latest we are told is that the man whose name comes up, Baba Jamal, appeared before the committee yesterday and he's indicated that he's happy of what happened. SkyTrain story is also captured on the front page of the Daily Guide, and it says SkyTrain trial, court rejects AG's re-examination of witnesses. The Daily Guide.
Yeah, the Daily Guide, the Bokratano, Etwaso, Ewaha, Anope, KNUST, Sieni Noa, Enra, or better she ya we free moon and one some Ewaho, Ghana Gold Board, contract for penny, Samij and Fiso RTP Awards. Ya wo dia manono ehwo asem eda Daily Guide the Bokrata enum na kesepa no eye Baba Jamal nsensem Ayawaso East primary sir and ano NDC amanyoko no emu mpanimfo ekoye ye na osusu se won mo disika kosua ne meko Nasco 32-inch television set ene motorbikes tie rubber aton krofo kokromoti said the bra Kojo kan wo se na nakufo ado se wo kokromoti na ye wa odia na wo pen na ade ye pepe enti se medi kosua ne makowie meje motorbike na meje 32-inch television set baby ameto aba na fa bia ye mia meji na ye na mesi enti wo mususu se vote buy na koso ensesen kebasa enti majority wo mra shebedwa fie se wo monko adwiri mu dia sa bato no wo montwam kra na won san koto no foforo and Office of the Special Prosecutor so de ne ho agimu bie ya wo ye emu enhwehwemu Daily Guide abo ho amane anopain na SkyTrain project ho scandal one more disika ya hunu set train no aba be fa wiemu ama akoni abadie ho nsem afa ne ntuma pefra wo memu nsem no e wo court na wose high court to say won makwan emma attorney general witness ya modi kan atoto wo mano no mon san enkoye biem ti re-examination no court abo aguso wo makwan emma ban lawyer pani ensan koye sa adwuma ni biem nti anopa Daily Guide e ba ya na ensem ya wode enam enem
anopa yeni nkomo said ye ma wa kwanya no na social media platforms na fe messages bia wo ho no ode to ye animu a ye beken kind of fe ede amount. The Campaigner newspaper has stories on its front page where the photograph of the IGP and it says IGP Yonu under fire over alleged family and friends promotion. This story last week was on one of the front pages, is also here. Is there an agenda? Is it a campaign for people in the Ashanti region? What if NDC presents an Ashanti flag bearer with a photograph of Kojo Bunsu? The other story says, election must be contest of ideas, not auction. That's Adam Karim, who asserts. The Campaigner newspaper.
Campaigner, the Obokratano Etwaswa, Yera IGP, Christian Tetaya Uno Nadahoi. Now, my procedure, you are calling now, one on Edano. One more shall say at Netensa, our papanaso. One more say, Coco football, yaba procedure, you are calling. One no, a yana busiati, enti wom, and war pass a ball no, at the court nebusium. Tia say, one year appointment to be any idea any promotions to be more almost to say, baby, a necessary efano, and yet ho and a fire, enti, and pay a home amanie, about the Bokrata emu. And Kojo Bonsu, last week said the Brako Jack and one some buying. The Bokrata be so buying, who be say. aso se NDC amanyekuo no ede enipa firi asantememu eba begina se wono so pre franka tuo di bre no a sen ena ebekọ enti owura Kojo Bonsumfoni no enenso eda the campaigner the obokrata nanim ya obisa asem yi o se ebebo a ne nyina eye ara Adams Karim en was say NDC amanyekuo no eso chen nipa ankrankra bia na abade omo koto a esese ejina sabi adwene ene enipa no etirimupo adwuma wo betumi aye ede aboa party no na emom yemfa adoma ntoso auction aba no omo koto no nye kran don komio adoma daso enti ni nyina fa ya waso east nsensem ho vote buy na akoso se NDC eson echen woni ekopre se atumi no enti dache womo kwa abato mu biemu a ya na ahweyie abamu na ankwa ye bebre se de na no abai the campaigner the obokrata emu nsem eno
anope ye bemo akwanya na oni mampani edi nkomo ansana no. The Chronicle newspaper this morning says guard of honor Menshia reacts to Domahene's demand. Guard of honor Menshia reacts to Domahene's demand. The other story says Parliament must do the people's business. Parliament must do the people's business. Gold Board CEO named Best Public Company CEO. And Valco says we cannot survive on IGF alone. The Chronicle newspaper.
Breso Sam the Chronicle the Wokrata woba ene anope wo hwe animu no akakraka. Otumfo na ase etu ababio asantemanwura woda animu sanso en wo sagefo wo se ade yo agimai bedu. Doma hene enso eda ho. Na nansen ensam ne boboba ya. Akwaside ya edikan wa afimu ya koso wo menhia na IGP edi police royal ladies ya wode wo mo ato otumfo eba menhia na won mo betwa prusei kama ene wo mo display papa na ade no efe enu achi ena na doma hene onya akwan kasa ye na sabre no na chieftaincy minister akọ Buno Regional House of Chiefs ene nananom ekọ akodi nkomo ena doma hene se minister waba asem hame mamenka na akodura ade atomampani anim na mo aye ho adwuma ene sen enwoman mo yetie yi omampani pe ene ato abama no se pani a wada Ghana nyina no atumi nyina akura no nenso ade bi kwa acho se kingdom bi ewa Ashanti region omo ankasa wo mo flag franka se national program kra na ekoso anase bibi koso ewo menhia na mampani ba na sa franka no eno na edi ahim ebra Ghana ewo franka eno na nanka esese omo ehim no eno ye baako ena IGP sesa aprosifo ekọ ho sa fasha ekoso enti omo kọ akwa yi nkeche ewo ho ene niam baako mienu binum akokọ okoso a na no GJ4 awards na eno ye de aba manhia ensem bebre enti wo se ase preferential treatment bi ekoso ewo manhia fikese mu anananom aka no enyanya bi eni kwan se basa to no de wo kan sese saa no mo baye de an no so be sha ase de mrasha ne nsama jeje to okra wodoma enti eno na Chronicle ese manhia eya no enti pages 2 and 3 unya Chronicle anopai na kenkan anu ya manhia edema na adoma hene no ubehunu Gold Board CEO a wo mabo na baso RTP awards owura samejamfi eho asem eda ho ena Valco adwumakuo no mpanimfo se wo montumi enyina wona so enya adwuma ensom omai Ghana wa bra wode wo ho beto wo mo ankasa sika nkakra wo mo nyeye IGF Brunisi internally generated funds enya no nko a na betimi abo Valco adwumakuo no ho bra esese sika etimi free baabi eba edeka ho nti anopai Chronicle the Obokrata no ebaya na manie awodinam.
Let's end with the daily graphic this morning. I no pay no watche and fa ya ne the Ashanti Regional Minister Ewon Komodie bigidi say ebeboa ma watie ne all representing mampani wa Asante Mantemu enkomo no. Ansa na no kai si ebema wa kwanya na oni mampani edi nkomo. The daily graphic this morning, Mahama cares to fund specialist medical training. Mahama cares to fund specialist medical training. Kumasi shoe factory underutilized. 1,500 jobs at risk. AGI is ready for 24-hour economy. Calls for stimulated investment, stronger supply chain. AGI is ready for the 24-hour economy. The daily graphic.
Daily graphic. We the Obokrata batanya ewo Ghana ha. Na emunsem ya enano pay wode enam Association of Ghana Industries AGI empanimfo. Ena di to just say enano ya parliament kwatena se ya 24-hour economy. Eho emra nyina wonu apase age atomo no omo AGI for do magina wa tu. Emfidi dwuma bekoso ewo my Ghana mu ani nyina gina AGI for so. Enti wo ma ye krado se 24-hour economy no wonu mo ebesom aboa ama niema nyina timi awiemu die ye adwuma fra no pa kosi anwumra anadwo odeso mu nyina ye adwuma no nemom empanimfo mfa nhyehyɛ papa anamonto papa ya emra ebata ho a ebetumi aboa nwumaku a wode won ho ebehye mu nyina bi na akenya won mo pusu won ama dodo no a ede won ho abewura 24-hour economy enhyehyɛ no emunti AGI for ese won mo aye krado e wo sa kwan no eso na Kumasi shoe factory e ho amane enra ebaye won mo se security agencies no ananka ese Kumasi shoe factory eye won mo mpaboa butu ide ma won mo se na enye no no mo pabiem enti ama adwumakuo no egu so a enipa pi ebeba betena fie enti obo ho amane wo daily graphic mu a Dr. Kaakyire edaho na osrese empanimfo nya bibi emfa ho Mahama case aba se eba beboa na ansa na Mahama case ne betimi aye adwuma wo mamu na enyarewa ahoduo bi a efa ho kan won matumi ade adwuma na gise won mo de animdifo ne apomde mu adwumaifo efa entete emu enti sa training no na Mahama case esan afa ho kanyina na wode apomde mu adwumaifo afa entete emu yie na won matimi anya suahunu ni nimdi a emudo na wode abeso Ghana apomden atena yenum na apomden ho nsametimi afa ne ntuma pa efranti anopai the Obokrata batan daily graphic wono so ba ya na mane ya wode enam eni
Kai said the Obokrata ankomo ya yede ebrewi Millennium Constructions adaroma na ye gibre ye chirechiru mu na wonso uhu niema ekoso ye my Ghana 25 years, 24 years, 23 years, 10 years. But Millennium Construction for 15 good years. And now omo ahwe esi dan ahoro amankrofo ba bi di ontri ato. Mesrawo se enne sika ba onsem na pese oto asase. Enne o asase o pese o dan ho kakra edi sika ewura business mu nti wo ton asase na Millennium Construction ene won eni nkomo. A dino near wahin na ope single room flat na ope 2-bedroom flat, ope 3-bedroom flat, ope say utna gated community mu, and say ope si abrosan sronko emao. Millennium Constructions, one behe na wa ye ho adwuma nyina e de amao. Bibi bia efa edan sie de, oni Millennium Constructions edi nkomo na wo mo emwa won si de efe emao. Na wonso nya baabi fa wutiri to sika ho asem eden yese niema ye yese dollar no aba fom ba se wo boaboa sika no enya asem ketwa nti se wo boa sika no na opese wo si dan de a opa adwumaku a wo betimi aboa wo na edan sie ho ntotoye no wo be ne compartment ya mamu project amu pesa mo ye mo ne Millennium Construction eni nkomo na wo mo mesi dan no kama pa ma wo wo Boshen na Yas Junction Boshen Nayas Junction. Anyone in Komo on 0244 274 084. 0244 274-084. Millennium Construction, Wadaroma, and at the Ubonkrata and Comono, Yade Ebraso, Sir Oneman Penny Ekasa. It is a wire radio, and Eman Penny in command or pay on 020-633-4646. 020-633-4747. Oba, now Oneman Penny Edin Como, Ebia, as I say, Ochena Jinsi near Mebiso, Kuku afford ye gusua ye di hun komo na ye bisa se da ben e na koku akuafo won sika no won sa ebeka e den bio e na apese oni mampani e di hun komo yen kasa no pay na yen hwese de niam no ko Fache Television Daybreak Jumedie e na wo
first caller in komo ene mampani kasa. Hello. Okay, inti ene mampenyi enkasa ewo Fache TV Fache Daybreak Jumedie so. Die na opese okache mampenyi kwekwe kuafo esi kasem no akem kakra inti ene mampenyi nkasa. Obetima frɛ na de wadwenkyerɛ enso so etimi atodwa. Obetima frɛ ewo 020-633-4747 na ode onumosem atodwa. Kola yeni nkomo.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Watching on Fache TV.
Yeah, Joe, so ewa hanum. Pacho ni mampenyi nkasa.
Yo, damasini ya jumapa moye. Masem ne se, eyo koko semi ya abe. Enu amikopia yibiso. Ubi asema no wachoro. Kuyani isu nisika sem. Yenchi aneka, waton koko. Yenchi aneka. Obi say, University for Free Education ni wo honti maame na osun onko sa programs meanwhile minister ba e wo ho a first year besi sa abre uye ade no kra emfa engina so kra na kire se wanya sa akwanya no nti yesere pa akuafo ni sika ne de ekọ ne de nyame anim ni ha adwene mi wom nti na me ka no me nso mi wo sa adwuma ni mu bi ekuafo extika wo me wa sese me kura mitimi nko ba bia me ye adwuma no e fe me Georgina ikasa free etineti enti masem yesere mo mampani emonhwe na ekuafo ne sanka wo musika me damase
Yenso ye dawase Madam Georgina ofre edi free etimetim we de miami krum e wetimi afre edi free ye dawase pa also free nafa onumosem etudwa amai another caller yini nkomo. Good morning.
Good morning, Lord.
What you say, Pumbo Cody? Yintio, any man paying Casa.
I'm a study boko, yet can I say, easy for likely. And I'm saying, you know, so I'm my own. I think so. Bill, I am with the Braille crowd, I'm not penny. If you hold my any problem, that's what it is.
Silva.
I hold the problem because I'm not especially that you know, I hold the problem that
say, one man penny didn't come with you. Omeba was so na Omabrahama Bibia, it's me a coye the amount. It's ye also found ye Ebrana, Indian committee my friend, I was 020-633-4747. Pray, na any man penny in the incomo. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
But you now, Pume?
I'm not the answer.
Meso, me who ye pa. I don't pay any man penny in Casamai.
If I show me the problem, I could. This year, I'm a yalet and then palm down. Me a quickly cocoon, so scam for ma. And one problem I'm saying, the 7 man penny, because I was only the from my.
As a Okari cocoon, so can you buy?
If I showed
Enra, Dr. Randy Abbey didn't come kakra. It's a young share binding him maybe in the next 2 weeks. Maybe a bit to me, Akoye the Amamo.
If I show
And I was a pass of Frey. Also so wobetimi afre na one mampanyi akasa ewo ahanom. Thanks for watching Fache TV on Facebook. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Watching our pume.
Let me go in Pacific.
Young Coin Mampanyi Kaza.
Me Pacho, and the person mechanism Ghana Hana Yakasa. Pinfomunya my free and problem Yakasa. The same interest now the end of one per Munsi. Why?
That's a wood trust, sir.
Yeah, that was my family.
A wait, what do you mean? That's a wood trust, sir. Wood trust, sir, they are saying.
Now, Brian, I can't without a pretty war. We are kind of put the amount for some of you, for some of you, freedom problem up to date here. The Russia, and young no
there be it is still now,
so a cook room, maybe 2 grams, Libya anymore. Monamuko grab as yes, and I'm moving to Amuya, maybe my we travel at Amuya, Eddie. It's young people.
Ebu uti gusuaka oka no say ye wokebima menkebia bom wana ka echebwa ye wokebima menkebia bom enti ugusu na woka no penifo so no omuso beti wonu mu nsem a woka no omuso ahwe aya ma
Good morning.
Good morning. What you now
want to say?
Ye ni nkomo
ni pacho me ka se fra mo maso
yo ye ni nkomo
me pacho na ife declare for so mo ye dey ma say yakobo aban bu san dia kwa kotoka alliance se me san where 3 weeks ni number 8 my what the case kwa so na police fortune NPCC and also omo kan dey bad na fa ho
eno hu nkomo no yebedi hu nkomo ama and me sure so wakasen so impenifo so atia omode niama begu akwa medi ama adaroma Kola any nkomo. Good morning. Good morning. Bacho na pumbo kore. Yo, bacho low TV ne kakra ni any nkomo. Yo.
Na no pay nkomo yi fa ko Koko no hwe aban na etwam na danko akufuado ni MPP nsese ye boni omo ye tu koko bodo e kapa o maja no honom omo nyim sa nkuntabuo ni kirem se Ghana ye se ye betua ye kana this ye ti koko sa mfie nan ansane sika na nado ni na busuafo ni MPP fo gidiye a ye kada hono ye tumi atisaka no enti ye be se Ghana fo so munya abotrema he sese John Dramani Mahama Oba yen hihye pa oye bibie ekoso wo Ghana ha de na nadu ni na MPP fo se ni nyira oye nti yetere kuafo enche bia omo sabe ka omo sika ena so ami interchange ni wa sama MPP fo ka no so yen nyina enim sa dada na omo be dada ya santemai budget bie ni wa na da so ami interchange ni ho aban papa ba his excellency John Dramani Mahama ni NDC aban e ba be ye budget ama so ami interchange ama ma yen kama ama santemai mire bia NDC ne ba yenya mpunchu no ya tsanya mpunchu afri NDC aban ho na MPP dia senya kopon so owu MPP
ko wada wodi na yebe de pa kachi but bacho mame correct o ewa hanom e kana MPP for de no fine omuji akade to but uhwemu a from 2016 MPP for so ebe inherited the former government no na NDC for so ejaka e de ato and per your information sika na 2017 and also 2016 koko ekuafo enya with one bag bia no so wo per government or buy obetumu a MPP government. Another caller also are Indian Komo. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Pacho Boko there.
Yeah, try again. What to Kayanshi? Yo. Yeah, mekano ni edikano omampeni mi pese meton kramane tone se omane nansi pom. So she idea Emma NDP amanyoku Ghana bufu na dendende na dudo na gina sene na judicial service sector no sene na hon matic aprati apansam so you hear agrada ruling ya eba ye na ordinary Ghanaian na onye politician no onye happy with ruling no say me we jide say ye papa John Dramani Mahama ono na appoint attorney general mefa ne say ono so na appointed chief justice so wo fra mo ka twa mo say omo ye ade a Ghana fo akoma beto mo yem ense ne say ade a individual bi ananso obi a waye na adwen so wo di dream e de atia o man Ghana no ono mmom ho beto ne de a me wogide say Ghana fo ani beje na mamuo ne hihye a wo ye no research agenda ne Ghana fo ye nim say ekoso ora ekoso a MPP fo nam sumase etua sikama aban no na omusa ba bonti ano ma be na ora ne nyadwuma bet osofo abro be ewo mo omuntimi nka na koko sector so mameka ho kakra koko sector de semini apeni ni se ne okan ye no MPP before di bonike se de to hono mo mreko mu wodi contractor munim se munni huska anazi scan so enum na ho ma wodi contract abi ato hono mo asa contract ni se ka ti ka abi abro man Ghana no Cocoa board is coming na ko mo de tom motorist fertilizers the mal farmers no what say that coming na poto and na mo ba bonti ana ma katisi ne munni mo hwe Ghana for sabi na ye huna kenkan ye nim na koso o man mu sa na interchange mo de atro ne adada asem de be kira santimai and na mutimi nya akukuduro be gina ka santimai o mo koso nye sa na Ghana for bumfu o mo na efie de o metna wa chepa wo ne nya menya adwuma
yeah that was it the way we see atuja no kra no kra wa Ubetima Frey, 020-633-4747. Our friend now on
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, but I'm Kasa.
You didn't come, any man paying Kasa.
Nepacho, let me be Kapa di very for now. As I answer, I could talk up Colana, say, Bear Mantinio, number pretty mild. Say, all the consequences of your monopolies for you. We send a police for you. The Semonship or Namon Canos once and my. And before propaganda no more for Kuku Semono. Near to Memon Casson Baby to Kuku 6,000 plus. The woman said Andy before Boka Guha. I come back and say, but to Kuku 6,000 plus. And this if we young put no Mutuguni planning. The Ghana for their swans was once. I feel the Hundi mood. Umunya domi and one common go at your copy enter. And I was a par by a sermon glances and number 3 to more than a monk once and my dear Andy 4 years any dear. Yantia say ye. Say a lance a car 1 month in Nuba, can you see? No intimate can in Yajuma. The sermon come once and my.
Mate, you become once Eddie Amau, I think, son of pain, number plate nonsense. I'm not to me. You better won't come out there, chair, penny for. Hello, caller, good morning. But you'll be able to call there. But you'll bet me, I'm on this Okakama. Nanko wedding come actually.
But you'll say, on your chain and but also.
Yamia don't be able to call. I don't pay any man paying Casa.
Okay, that's a new queen of German. Maybe I could speak because I feel you. Nanisha money, it's my family at the Boagana. And because I take your message. Yes, she said I'm going to TV to one and it is to be after our can. Yeah, by your mammy, you did that guy. Now, I'm not in the you cry about it. Yeah, I thought the be a mayor said that Kataya, I got that Papo Bono, you pay or Ghana, as young to me, because I got that one before the end of Ghana. As of 4 your margin the German for Sika, your Ghana. If you are Ghana TV, you get TV. 90% of it can this kind of mean say no. Sanko for we na Ghana ha. Nti amon omanpeni ni obi ahuye. Aga dan kwan wa bom fio. Ye koso na no e fre enye boko. Ne yen test be agri pedia na say kasepedi kan kire ye ho. Aga da issue emboa me no. So de na ifa so de ni, wan de na fa so de ni. Nti yan hwe ne yen ka asem e betu na aboa ye ma ne yen aga da asem na eno so ye kwaye ba wesin of petrol ni ade nya. College to one of our best or required your baby agent. Now, so you just can't talk about a dear guy that I was there for so damn Ghana. Yeah, bread, your best white. Almost no money be being white, yeah, bread. I mean, come on, I don't read man. Bye bye.
And count home, our baby be free 83 be say, call our boss or in the income 020-633-4747. Now, what friend, now so only man penny. Etimi Edin Komo, our first Daybreak. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
What should we be able to call there?
I'm from Boko.
All right, you didn't come any man paying Casano pay.
I think I'm a consider man paying and say appointment or ye a more years, my nipple appoint woman. Yeah, on pointing nipa or my junior abe or my junior a dow. Or more you or Mononka, I say, woman named dear papa, a human. Say, Cuckoo board this year. Oh, yeah, Jumai. See, we are done. When you say, Randy, when you say, oh, yeah, press conference or what time would and now we see would a movie. We want to get the cuckoo. The cuckoo, and I can see them. They are started any relationship at all, and then I suffer. Into winning neighbor, is it will pay school fees. It is see, Minesika, Madame Empas, the mess repass, or my penny my appointment, or more be an argument, Abobe, I'll be tingling a morpho, I am negotiations, am I a one player. Manoa someone.
Chonka would say, make a crank come and the pass. As a marker say, Mampenny, any impending for my dream, more above no me pacho. O next time, o friend, Udim Commona, now I want to casa ye cacra. Because Mampenny nim, Ubia Modimbo, and Ubia this year, baby a quackudru. And Ubia so jumo betim yedi, a diabo amo my Ghana, etime tumpon. The son intino, and now appointing the ministers, and then a pump for on your moye juma. The Sebi Untimin Fre and Casse. Mampenyin penifo appointed woman or my dream or form and answer bisa Sakasana de aha afache TV ma kwa ma won kasa kasa no ewa hano. Hello caller, good morning.
Good morning, the Maestro. Very good.
What you say bibia woko de?
Woko very good also.
Nyame adom bibia woko. Pacho anybody
ma feel pa.
Me so ma feel pa.
The kind, I in school for school na scammer de high. Yes, my parents saw my boy. And the actors will be no. You know, so, or my penny, born a home then. I, not from the and paying for so not from the by a timum for and some be more high. I had to say, Timum for no, Funny man, I want to so. Especially the said driver for more the ones the air to case caswa. Immediate na the next over to almost want to case come. But at now, case come so much so. Oko ta dia almost a dollar now. First na boarding 17 cities no. Last still none boarding. And that dollar never from so still near man boarding. I say and mammy who effect say near man above from an ema from. He see gibbers no sooner bebanoswa. The board and ding. Oh, into your name effect a war a dollar na eba from no so, and I says I can cost run a year, and I nim. Oh, into your says, I can buy no all farm rabbi. The sunny a China form the anything say, individual traders, ain't mean to put in your this say be a government body in a bit near how to depend on their interest rate, you know. Until Mr. Big word, I won't catch up by now by my or Sanya Manas. And a foot with the Ghana for in I say. First, no, Mimi Sadi and Miss Apa, but first, no, maybe 10 days you come now, my book on by in a quantitative in a quadruple bien. And I know, Namiti, program here, you'll be say, or was a gatters no more you took, which is so you laugh from Wabama woman. Now, gatters more you took. This are ban first, I wait a better thing. Wabram between a cocoman and youth for non combated gatters, none can see a year fire, a swatano, your person soon eating a bang, as I did not move for name Abba. The word I must say Ghana for my uncle's I am sorry more of Mosokaka. Now, Banner soon any DMY, none in Manaka, Scana, declare, a be a swear for Wimo, young Cotoni Masani, money, and coveting their share education, Mukra medication, I are proper. Mr. Ramon. Within the Trinity, because officer will be in Supreme Contact, Madame was a big brother.
Yes, so yeah, that was and some bishi no many ajepa, papa. Also, so bit me afraid now on the man penny, etimi edi in como, it was 020-633-4747. Now the man penny akasa, na is so yet you, na be beating me, akoyi, Eddie amount. Kaakyire.
Maestro. I say. yenko kwasafo dwuma tete no
yes
na ye nkronkume mu ni ade a yes nnede ye de asi ho ye kwasafo dwuma na obia ede ne ho agimu bi na kyerɛ sɛ enema nyina akoyie ne saa dwuma ni nyina ye gyaye obia mfikirefu a ɔhwɛ sɛ aban adwuma aban emopa ne emedo sade working also obi se oboase gates emu aye choked enti mo nipa na mo surroundings no se entontom paya enkware mampani e woni fie a wotim mo na bewe mo na mo ayare
o mo na bewe o
enkware mampani enti adan na mo nkwafa ayi sofi ene ma na mo nkwote gatenum Sani amane de eye enwuma nkitinkiti bia ye de hye ye ho aye betumi aye enu nti na sa National Sanitation Day no omasan de aba no eye pa no first Saturday of every month.
Okay.
Yes ye no do no ye mprapra baby ya enti de ya na mani gene se duru ho a kejeti atrotro wuntwamu nko wonkwa adum ya tu kumasi mu to obia wo store ewa adum bra na mo ne ke me mpanimfo nyina meka mom na mo mprapra kumase na ho nti fi se fi no ya ne yegu ho ya ne yegu ho ya ne ye efi no egu ho enti se ya ya boa ne aprapra enka emfonso obia ni so nti sister na wo free sehwe no anopa mani agye ho pa mani agye ho wa ya de ye befa kwasafo dwuma no ye beye pa nti sa pepepe na koko nsensemi nso ye edin o edin koko nsensemi
koko nsensem na baye nsem bi a on se ye ka se ye ka ho asema o sada na nkomo na me di no me sa ko ba ko hwehwe mu ano e ka MPP fo no bogu wona nya ka keto a ena MPP fo so be ka cho se omo so be to ka e de se unhu de o ka akosisi na unhu de o ka de ama no
sa
eti akoya se bet Mamenkai etiefo no mo hwe se enchi bia ye be join Mr. Kojo Marfo our regional administration office na one Dr. Frank Amwakohene nkomodie no interview no exclusive interview ye opesa what say edefa swami interchange ene ehon nsembia no Mr. Kojo Marfo ene Dr. Frank Amwakohene nkomo no ebetimi aba na osusu wetimi enye bia hwe na bibia etimi akoye but meka wo say fa message no efa ye text WhatsApp no na yintimi enkenkan enfama na sanso fafa ye jubedie no ewo Facebook Fache TV on Facebook, also on YouTube Fache TV and also on Twitter fafa honom na yenkenkan na kama enfama me wo messages kakra wa honoma mekenkan ediama we free Al Hassan Bawa. I say good morning Mr. Kojo Marfo. I'm loving this particular show. Big ups to the whole crew for an amazing job. We free Al Hassan Bawa and also so then the message etimi ediaba. We also free Opoku Justice. Also good morning my big family and also so etimi ediaba. We also free Mohammed Yakubu. Also good morning to the entire crew of Fache TV. Yes also yeje also power. Al Hassan Bawa nanka also Maestro don't mind of Akoyo. It be kind to us. We also free Anane Kunsuku Kojo Krum. Or say tonight, Leeds United will finish Yanum Chelsea. I'm say we sports for the day. We're free Nana Kaakyire and Afia. Also good morning, Fache Ebusuya. Good morning, Nana Kaakyire and Afia. We're free Georgina Odru. Also good morning, Fache TV. Georgina, good morning. Yeah, Joseph. We're free Manuel McLean Mensah. There be mean kind of message we I had also so efa o message no ebra na yindi enkomo kakra na bibia intimi enkoye intika national so say yebeko regional administration office na your name Mr. Kojo Marfo the exclusive interview on Dr. Frank Amwakohene no etimi akwakofa ba ne yobeti bia na se nsem bia pesa wote ewo Ashanti region ne ekoso Ashanti region senior Dr. Frank Amwakohene ebefa akonya no edifree ura Simon say nsem no ne akoso bia during the first administration of Dr. Frank Amwakohene Mr. Kojo Marfo bebusa no na ososo no wetimi enya wode edi efrem eti bomodi afa o message ne bra na efa bra ne ndi eho enkomo kakra ewo ha no but Kaakyire eti bomodi afa onkomo no bra na ndi ho nkomo ewo ho no eti yenko na yenkofa nkomo nbra na bibia ntimi koyi enti ye court regional administration office ni akwakodi nkomo ewo honom
Anopei yenya akwanya ye ne Ashanti regional minister Dr. Frank Amoakohene edi nkomo efibra omampani emanu akwanya so mesoma santeman ene ne yewatimi aye de eye nani so ade hunu enkomo ewo krom no senate yenimze or very active on the traditional media and also on social media nti enkomo yitwam agu nyina no ye ne no ebedi hu nkomo ye dase se wajebre na ohwe wo fache television abu minister ye mo ache
Ejosumia
na etisen
na me de me kwa chem so
adumni mu ana yewo
yana na me ase
Africia panso
fen komati ya
gidi eze be bia we de ka Africia pa boni bia ni
aba papa ba
ai na mimi sase eye nkofo nwanwa si ebodi bada ye nwanwa
mo.
But you were the regional secretary for the party. Inti other than that, nwanwa si ebodi ze be suma sante.
Oh say no can say you elections to be biano obiane de na wo hwa na ne daso so hwe me na me hunu say bia me koso adi me secretary my me doctor juma na bia ma da board so nya de ade ene bium no can say na mama mfie no so bumi a me ho abonfia nti ministerial position wasn't one of the areas I was looking at until the president and I was a good coach and it may identify best players and are good players and I believe say His Excellency the President so but I knew say once he has identified me, it definitely means that maybe he sees something and maybe let me give it all my best. And so far so good.
Relatively now, Nkofo Afani say, a younger person coming to Ashanti region, Obu Din any old vetting, your own projection net to say.
And he say about me dear no, I'm a settle kakrano. No one say nipa do na doubt why a president bought a very young person. And he who said vetting a lot of people were here. And he and I needed to also prepare. But fortunately, preparation isn't just what I read between time of boom within the vetting. Preparation on that campaign no in home. Because campaign no exposing me a lot to region. And I also been regional secretary for NDC for the party in Ashanti. It helped me to understand the region and know the issues. In doing a vetting, I was very relaxed because I knew, say, the level of campaign, so far as region is concerned, there is no one individual and all that information I had gotten from the campaign and from being the regional secretary. So I just needed to consult, study, and then be sure of what the issues are. And gladly, you have reviews by after vetting, you could know say it was a good one. And see, basically that is it. I had to accept the responsibility and do it well.
Well, vetting was good, at least for any review said they all come myself. You got the opportunity, say over some. And sana otina kunyamukran. There were concerns with projects akosu within the residency and how lapidated the structures are ewahano etie. What happened? Any update on that?
No, say before say Bobby D crab regional secretary say party 17 na obi ayi asotire say residency ho na ye basa de keka ho nti me regional chairman by e be hwe the central force be hwe because na am say e be wie na fi we say be di be 2-3 months no ma be ka say omo hand over brand new residence na my so we wanted evidence and records of same and emu na president so bomi di na dey so bo ni adeso nyina abeso ame it buy me inherit Lake Bosumchinde, which is the presidential villa never honor, state lodges, and our presidential villa and minister's residence, and the 5 of them are renovated 3. Lake Bosumchinde, state lodge 1, state lodge 2. Regional minister there ongoing renovation costs as we speak. Presidential villa no, and no, I was say change structure because I check. Said my president baha enkoye hotel ne sa ne manema no enti ene ye twa bibi e friend commitment authorization from finance minister. Once and on the bebano, a buyer, a call presidential villa no so. And so far, minister's residence na and no president again because he be changing the Kaakyire, you know, yeah, try for commitment authorization. 5 now, me inherit and yeah, 3. Bako, yeah, renovate, na canon bako. In 1 year, I think say, the bit my yarn, the Guswaya, the because I am more.
Right. Now, one of the unfortunate incidents, Unya just having taken over a blue light problem, a buyer or Kijitia, a Hoshi, and Adeno. You took charge. There were back issues with fire service and day. But what's the update?
Yes, I think the blue light there, a lot of experience and a lot of lessons. And I am proud to say the outcome of the course, a lot of reviews this week. I think I communicated same. Say markets war region no per laws we need to have market management committees. I fire prevention and safety related issues near Timaya. My commission no more or Martina Tito Dona Kakana comes from more young with fire department or more a how near there. Then after a doom incident, I mean no share more a day before. Am I or more how I know? Now the donor say machines no ne engines no the donor break it down. It be so old there was yes son. So I told them say whatever little I want, them try to really see come far and I remember clearly me am more musica for KM Diano, Konongo Diano, and I think back also head office and more fix it. No, but ultimately, to be able to get new ones for them. And I was glad to say President Susum, now Interior Minister Susum, you procure 100 new fire tenders for them. Whilst we are waiting for our procurement process, no, and my son no share because I have it just share by 3 because so full line, Anglo market and Atonsu market just last week. No share almost are bringing up some of the cars are breaking down. The budget in by Enra. And I get the district assembly to support them because before say new tenders in the banner, BBC now we need any year to be moved here, you will have problems. And basically with the your friend say fire tenders in fire department, that is what we have done. Traders no, and also you support Kaakyire. Say the other time as I mentioned, no, almost 900 million in terms of costs of items are your friend war. You support Kaakyire to give to traders no. I'm saying 2 key ones a bit dear as a buy because you be the door now how much what is on my body no but a media 2 a bit dear a abuaje contractor
okay
and R&Q. A year rich new Amakui. And the difficulty is say now traders no dream say sikan yes yam fam no fancy or one fancy dino. But that is not the case. KMA and award the responsibility of making sure say on sad and sunti abwaji die ne buy any the about earlier into no way Nadmo and a profile will be anyhow and my disbursements are normal. And the R&Q you know and no I think the last time me your boss. The I war KM the R&Q the buy actually, you know. And you understand of me whether to give it to them to go and buy cement and sand, no more fancy, and to use it to help the most vulnerable. But I've given a directive on that. Say the panel bano or the basia famwa here for any mobile phone. And you know some profile. But as I mentioned to Nadmo the other time, we've had additional incidents. And just it is some profiling that if there are additional vulnerable people, we have opened to make sure somebody may be. Beyond that, there was a Konongo fire incident, dynamite explosion, and also 30 different houses, and then you say more 150,000 to support them. And usually, I'm saying, I bet you, because I could as a buy municipal. We no problems in the Maestro Assembly, you know, and on why this bed. When the fire issues need supporting their account, basically those are the details.
I see. Now, when you one municipal chief executive, metropolitan chief executives, because again, regional coordinating council recently, the issues of performance contract arrangements are on your yeah. What really are the details now? How do you assess that?
The performance contract near a guide and a checklist the MMDCs and regional ministers to guide your Juma, you know. So be on and namwa. The OEBI say, oh, check it to make sure say you have covered all grounds. And if departments, finance, auditing, security, client service, HR, almost every department be our more a target say their mom for the year. And as head of RecSec, as head of DISEC or MUSEC, depending on baby as MMDC, expecting number of meetings, also decisions, I'm taking number of implementations, also more client service, local participation. We got local government need to make sure that him for opinion leaders and then in a say in the government. And we look at it. And also I know performance contract now. You no so near the evaluate you. The evaluate you now at the end of the month, the year and mid-year performance in Australia. And you better so there either workshops in service training for them. There's now why about so I'm one of the district assembly in the NC. So that if President persuade changes, it will be very objective. I'm going to say be any panel penance Navia, yet number of and fine also means penny, And the assigning at regional level, all regional ministers, 16 of them, by Asantimem Hawo, Asokwa, together with local government ministry, office of the head of local government service, my signing, regional ministers, and on my 30th January deadline, in the 29th, and I'm in DC is meaning I should share our assets here. I almost was saying on the and then the Bible on
I see. Now, you inherited a system based on votes near their core, and there was an indication saying for any a buying one more inherited or mono. There were a number of projects who inherited as in you and your government. Having been the one responsible for Ashanti region, walk us through. And Yamabe Namu inherited.
And we buy 612 different projects and now a year ongoing. It be started under JM1. It be so started under Nana Akufo-Addo. Afari Sewa e-blocks dina keka ho. Any on agenda 111. Domusa kan later no so dina keka ho ne kusi 612 no. The president no say be I inherited a new government now quite say projects are by the BIA and found by crushers near Jaina Kangram. And what he decided to do is say funds ebano. You are dedicated 20% of fund ebano for legacy projects to help us complete them. And the last time I'm checking, I think it's 82 of them yet in Yakohum are using the district assembly common fund.
Okay.
And the district national. Maybe this assembly common fund awarded free Accra and Eba daily. Into district to be any jurisdiction over it per the contract we know. Into Sana was here J at the Beshe district Nancy so that they can use their 20% to service it. And to do that and to help the district assemblies, President decided to all Mexican and Accra over 80% of Sesikan in Aba districts so that the district will be very liquid. It's muti there called public account committee. You realize say district will have maybe 1 million in 4 years under President Akufo-Addo. But in this 1 quarter, they were getting like 3 million, 2 million. It is to help so that they can take ownership of these projects. So let's say a lot of them ahead of end of year, just to signal for people to know, say, we are district, this is what your common fund is being used for. The above offered, Akumadan, Nancy to my school, there be my renovate every year, be my complete every year, be kama. As Sophia, no, be no more complete or more polyclinic, no, or more male's ward and a female's ward, and a children's ward, and a theatre account. I had just assembly no project. And what it means is say projects say the central government near here mansi no pa yent mean chase here concrete physical ba district no liquidity or the best start. The district no so no be okra na municipal office call home be a years in the they are able to use some of the legacy fund. It was also at district assemblies no oko DC emerge money because baby be free or be no. too much of a headache. And to be on my start here, this assembly in Bangalore, and you know some they are home so that at the end of the day, we need excuse not to be at work. Mampon, I know some of the NBC sorry no be to the student assembly no. On my way as we speak now. It be so to be just a name baby just to help us complete that. And no year at the local level. Come my Jumanga say me DC is so. The aka nyina e bro ma ho odin so no sector ministry no and I take care of that. And this is for instance sector ministry health, ferry, defense and I take charge. KNUSC medical center, education ministry and I get fund. Roads ministry they take you over and most of the road projects in the Tina Pescam or my starting most of them are and say me go to for her and me bobo nina. So basically that is it with a year old projects in inheritance and do where your first best 6-8 months in office no we were more of interested in the legacy projects. Yeah, because end of year no then we looked at how best new projects at the bar in the region. To our big push project, and make can once new projects. As to about new projects. A friend say out of Kumasi Ring Road bypass na me call to for na me change we say e be free adura I just saw it here e dey akwa adwaben fidase kwabre e dey wemu ada kwa see offenso na bi zo free offenso ababare e dey abesin akwa adujama mankranso e dey nama batwuma kwanoma abewem bekwai abewemu asa abepie ejuso say dey be akasa kese a omo anything ye Kumasi no you can bypass it and get through to Techiman or get through to Sunyani. Now they call Mali and now they call Burkina Faso no. You'll be able to do that. It means like a new project. Ame Krobo to Agogo Road January 14 and I'm more medisi name and focus manaya call Kaakyire sword hand over site no the ma a new completely new project. Or sword cutting main co because the so you could do any move baby ma ko inspect and the sword cutting or main cause fuel DC is no omo na yes sword cuttings na maye you do commissioning and I say omo na problem be a kwakọ solve then we will do that. Get fund so my 77 projects get fund educational because president be say sa double track new fuel say be managing na go school at the same time no be at the same time mama kwa at the same time. And to the end of year, the 77 projects need to work. Projects need for it. They are all projects. Contracts no be geography and master sign. They are my contractors no more grounds. I see. And as I speak with you yesterday, just so for instance, you could see Yanaya call hand you by sites, and they are my contractors no more. I shall say this street to be a try secondary school to do na attach one, so that educational infrastructure also able to provide a lot of them. And as I speak with you now, for this first quarter of 2026, a sword cutting for new projects, commencement of work for new projects. If it's second quarter now, then I can start my inspections and then can throw more light on what we are doing for Asante.
I see. Now, Mami, Emisa about the KJTR market phase 2, no? What's the state?
And you know, under local government finance ministries, Nanka was under phase 2 and the finance phase 2. Unfortunately, management for phase 1 no be a problem because I'm teach the muna high uncle. And you know what see pay additional budget. Because you boss and you to build ways, a phase 1 no. And see casa phase 1 now and to even repay itself and be used to even finance a phase 2 no. And see now go on charge at all any president come with plan on the 2026 budget no. Not provide the funding kaka. And the parliament now say on third. And to more approve allocations this animal yamana. Contract and be saying the scarcity be able to SPD upwork on it kaka. And until now Kumasi the congestion not having tank and wasn't baby because pam more at the point one should any baby be out moko. But a real phase 2 no yet me a crow from yet me real from so now if you were radical in terms of making sure say a coin better how you'll be able to do that.
You mentioned growth room.
In the growth room, the 24-hour economy market a funding your day growth room. In the 24-hour economy markets, I advertise 42 of them, air graphics growth room kahon. because grow from money dedicated funding from time I inherit and BBR. And President and Vice President project of 24-hour economy market to support trade. They decided to say key markets be over. Instead, they do see completely new markets. They order than your family. Yet me the we are not boama. A bicycle akoshe the women that not me. Aye, into Crowflow market, is advertised under 24-hour economy market, And therefore, they started process. They open tender on 26th. They the tender ni bibia award there. Having a sika KM at the tour and I know you are 25%. And then you are KM 25% from last year. Every quarter, last year, the available. Then, legally, you bet my hand this size can over to contractor and ask mobilization for him to be on site and then be able to speed up. You see, I have agencies, nothing. But the point is that, after 8 years, and so no be about fine craft and because hey, I don't know one way. There is no money for value for money. There is no this. Until na money be why you call him kakra. I was here try so near making sure so be at the nakro. And so they do push. Man, pon you use 24-hour economy market in the upgrade already existing one. It should also the same. Majority of the projects in BOI decided say to start a completely new one. But still na minti ya etima kakra mampontin de no.
Okay.
Mampontin de near besi this can call old one no. But unfortunately I near stand of kakra with contractor no. Nti I inform my as for a new market. But still now I'm pushing say however I bet my resolve it. Say the be really old one instead of starting a new one. But as of now in a resolution with contractor. You dear also what it to me I say new market ni baba old one no so yan hia yantimi anko na 4 years na yede aso e giant for na my asase I present get starting new one but we are still giving it a chance say be betimi ahwe how any contractor ni betimi enya agreement bia e betimi dey wie sa old one instead of starting a new one.
Right. On the Crowflow market project, we have an idea of cost.
Yes, there's an idea, of course.
I see.
But you're open tender. Because it's here, Bema contractors need ideas of how to adjust and win the tender assignment. I can't mention the cost
as we speak. In
our award here.
Is there any plan, say, more award contract now? Is it within this first quarter?
No, and 24-hour economy market in this. You can almost at training now from first quarter 2025. About and when in the car, ABFina, a quack of few rabana, baby. But the point is that near to me was as can in my home without having to do due process and I due diligence because I buy Sicano and to say, well, was it out to me too, but to know you are moving. Aha, Nuntina, you hear a process now, I know say, because the entire year was a real award, say, so I can contractors with whom, but variation. The buyer, not percentage no too much. And contracts so variation no bro 100%, even 80% at the end of the day, you answer a lot of questions as to why variation here more than the original. But the point is that since 2008, you call exchange rate cost of commodities these materials near the year 2026, you call 2028 by 20 years. And the year by 20 years, most be 18 years away. And the value now under 2008 will not be the same under 2026. Yes. But you can base on that same contract terms and the BBR to approve a variation. I will see enter into a new contract, new clauses, new we say to be able to know say we are doing the right thing. And yes, 26 year tender BBR, they will have the money to go back on site and then work.
The Ashanti Regional Minister, Dr. Frank Amwakwene, Yanino Edin Komo Fache Television. So the Swami Interchange Project.
That's into where Swami Interchange. MVP promises on my 5 interchange to Ashanti Region. We have mentioned the normal plan. Chairman, want to me by a press conference. Say, Omo ya train Ashanti Maedi. Into our President Akufo-Addo say omomaye so am interchange no asem was akan ya etwetwe aso bebre besi ne nyina yente ase say o ka kire omo say so omo say mfidie no begu okra ma asanteman hu say mfidie bibi koso omo begina so de ataba mo
yeah
and what it meant from the onset you say they didn't have a clear plan for so am interchange no it was just a political gimmick to win the votes and it's anka sika anka e was in this year omo akọ parliament ekoji approvals na there no anka omo use this sika no for a different thing enti ye ka abaya amwaye especially in these projects aya na me ya say munyonom no musa point fingers because at the end of the day president Bekati so ka so be 2024
yeah
and which meant to say within that space Ghana 42 million they could have completed it before even leaving power. A president decided to say the TBA you make sure say the truth of the matter, road minister Bekan wants him last week. I had done it and some baby say, Sika hui ain't mean see for him, but messy true. Yen change design, yen change BBA. Ye see true no, na easy traffic no. Na me ya domo in additional money and yet day iPhone account. Because at the end of the day, say be take you 6 years and you bet me 4 now. Because me obi an ka say for 4 years because deeper no chance remember 4 years ane. If you can say the ye pesikani na be take you 5 years. 5 years so be go beyond 4 years I can afford the amount. Ghana for so ma 2 million. You ma 2 million for 4 years. And within 4 years no who you be alternate you now the there to plan within what is within your means a bit me and yet the Kaakyire president is a two no and a bit my dear within 4 years yeah on your my na cars in timina day emphasis two na akano to make it 4th year no say I buy no nyankopon ya adom ne say second term one na e be say na sika for 4th year na then we do it abai foforo na beba two ne da so then you complete it. Eye man dance e be Akufo-Addo de ni bia beka say e be do 2027 near we so am interchange knowing very well say you don't have any dedicated money.
So let's establish, is it that there was no funding at the time Amu inherited government?
No funding.
Into whatever Sika Amudi area Swami interchange project say under the Mahama administration.
Yes, GOG funding now because first not from I think a free Exim Bank and nanke ma omo loan. But that time omo debt exchange no omo haircut ni omo ka bebre ni exchange rate na atipra ni ade didn't know. Creditors no hold you back. Nto man na sika for projects no. What I didn't and now by papa buy here yetimi abu an yema kokoso njeke ka ho no and yetimi try under GOG squeeze to get some money to get the thing down. What they mention as basically that is it. And we say na obi no chief for asem pakodo eye mama say obenye sika mamanya tu no onya tu ni wi na maka say demeda as ebi na dai ebi mra biu.
And so you are doing 2 tier instead of the 4th tier.
And the 2 tier
it's because of funding.
We are focusing on the first 2 tiers.
Okay.
Which would be like almost the first phase.
Okay.
And do the fund say first phase. And fund say 2 because what kind of 2 tier is the 4th tier. We better so much of 4 no mu and I'm going to 2 day.
First phase of
I
the project.
Said yeah, who could see abro side. Now we need to count the up to 8th or 10th or 6th floor. Now we see care what you there. Is some the basic pillars they could see 10th floor. Need to be next come from you know. My more foundation be and see when I mean up to 2nd floor. So by the time be a next could be a met my 3rd floor, bet my 4th floor. But this what they mention and say. Unless I was there anyone to see what 10 floors, pillars is now obedient to financial traffic, that's all cars and Konya there. At the end of the day, you have not been any help to
for this one. And ended up being Sika ready.
And Atua making some provisions under 2026 budget no, to help us with that. And I'm going mention America said President Besod Nani Susubede Ebehu. And you both over to be a president crowd Nani Babehu. No, Nani Behu Yana was it. Said the Mabehu need ye. My man has met me. Aquacoya magic beer day. Abba. On the mention. But as it stands now, discussion this is what we have. President Beba in the course of the month, Obano Nani Behu, Nan commodity any other Koswa. Then we will see if there will be any additional friends. But for now, there 2 tiers, no. I mean, I catch a channel. And we will go and this Obama is cannot call that call yard for. Omo family and fancy. In number drew have a kind of I feel now what can say that every day. If you never na ma me drew you know. What can say me pa. I feel be I can hear the other. There are 2 was any training and 6 now. Now I couldn't go for the mudi. Ah, mo 2 for moment and yanko could do baby and some you could do.
Say no your chance ya. Who we that be.
And then there because I'm not can say the former minister and council be 2024 my trofo. Nemani bro ha original minister so who baby our hoden could do and baby could do. Road minister, President Bob Baby, Oba Kakum, the general Brimponum, Oba now what I'm Mike, no one be sending the hell, no, I can't answer. That we no more could a video, no normal disease, and I beyond major jurisdiction as regional minister.
Right.
That's
maternity, Convanoche maternity block, any development.
Health ministry. And anything under health. Agenda 1 year completed 10 this year per budget. You read and the 10 also you saw a lobby 2 major ones there. The name Minister Kasa, Health Minister Kasa, you heard some which my boy, yet you win this year as part of 10. Because 10 no what time regions now, I mean, say, Ubia, Benabia, 1 be by a recipe between at least 2 years in the area. That is also to tell it's a vomit, yeah, son, and you read last year. I open operationalizing. I will. Until this year, it means that no one will become one as a coin. The same ministry now, the maternity block. Say, and also, you really say a few can see. And the regional health director by or more modalities, no staff in this animal. So, baby, to me, say, at least if this year to me, and I say, we are not to me any of these hospitals come on, they will say subsequent years we will be able to get that. But I should indicate the commitment of the minister and the president towards making sure the health sector. And important for me, to be a regional minister now, you lose Dr. Bio Confanochi.
That's right.
No, some free later manebo mamo pe helicopter senki and funnel and free Kaakyire for an invasive procedure be. Usually, if we know cardiac catheterization, and you know, heart vessels no block here, then yes, intervention no more. Na buama blood flow are restored. Ghana has crank one nebio. And usually, so being a heart attack and any of these problems near severe, you need to get the person to Accra. Time bound. Once you need the person to a facility within that time space now, where they will be free. Unfortunately, we lost that doctor due to the lack of facility. No, I remember clearly say your program Daybreak my him for no any Ghana Medical Association your college no the tree and him say Mwana. You always been in Asante region now. I want to thank the president. This is a passionate medical news holding my voice number. I want to thank the president. Say, what boy as I speak with you now, you're constructed by who Confanoche, and you're constructing under Mahama Care.
Oh, okay.
A Ghana Medical Trust Fund. ICU were wards were and sign all the other equipment here for and different cath lab. And the Honorable Bobia Opokudaku. And Smedanas say, the day I say my here say a barb on timber 2 money no matter boy. I was acquiring soon. As I speak with you now, construction, a cost second quarter. The name now because inspection near here. How and see cat lab, Kumasi, any Ghana in Nanka, a crown quantity through the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, Mahama Keno, Kumasi, Unibia, or Moya Construction War, Confanochi. And the under health, I can tell you, say, we are well covered. Beyond that, health, the components do this should have something so yeah. That's why we see 2 chip compounds, MIA, across all the districts. And this should be AC2. We also know Masha, a catch on them constating new one, Konoko complete. But we also be a hospital here upgrade among Konom no, Sa fund and Libina, a Tumang of the Dan North, a day a Sophia Polyclinic.
Okay.
Other districts, most of their commences health centers near chip compounds, so that at that grassroots level, no, district assembly no support. Now ministry no support here with the big interventions and no bubbles.
Konfanoche Teaching Hospital, you are a share Hugh Konfanoche ase. Mobile more commitment to projects and at the same.
But as it been doing, you are Hugh Konfanoche na private sector mobilization or yeah, or they I'm saying consider who sent for a donation and to Juma the ECOSO and the two for special initiative. As a government, Konfanoche pressure never honor. Because all don't say can't ubina wouldn't say can't to say the rich hospital na ubina problem with health and ubina health crisis. Because no one na babaye referral center for not just Ashanti region, but almost northern belt now. And until any abrace a war honor. Until it's a war started so operate here. Referrals need to call her. After it me more referrals need to call. Now you pressure now Konfanoche no say there if you. After you can so close the whole block and then do a major intervention and then you'll be able to do that. And now Konfanoche in terms of its renovation, its commitment, yes, I don't want some. And yet to be able to help open up peripheral hospitals, no, and help them take referral cases, no, and sign it to me as a government, every remove with strength, Konfanoche. But na 2 project today,
You touched on Afari. What's the state of Afari, they say?
And then also last time I might follow up, no, a year between contractor and defense ministry, no. And that's also the variation call. And my variation, no, so more negotiations. And I was the finance minister, now as I acting defense minister. And I said, and they are working on that. But the point is, the variation, whatever improvement, must still be within public financial management laws. And they are working on that. Once they're able to have a clear plan with the contractor, they will come back and then make sure we're complete. However, now I'm calling I've committed Sai Hospital to this year. So I'm making sure say that sanitation exercise on tries a day and you keep that place clean. So that at the end of the day, I'm going to say what can bushfires be hard dream or and all that. And so far we are still waiting to hear from what will come out of contractor and defense ministry negotiations.
Right. Now, projects from Konfanoche Teaching Hospital runabout, Bekwai runabout, Santase runabout, Anyankwanta. What's the state roads?
And the roads in the M said, yeah. Yeah, try to say Chrome roads, no, you better dualize the Dodona. And the Asokwa to the Ark, Asokwa the Ark to Ahojo. Or the shop of our Juma. From Ahojo to your friends say Santasi runabout. And Ojaika for na boy. From Bekwai runabout to Santasi runabout, and also your GOG. You dualize. From Kath runabout to Bekwai runabout in Uncle. Yeah, the answer can be perceived. Is how those can be able to inform the Basa. From Mopa to Mankanso.
So before you go to Mopa, from Santase runabout to Ahojo runabout, project, no? Is that an MPP project? I'm going to start, I'm going to raise this kind of BBA.
Hey, just say, before the BBA, because we are by Mubiom, $1 from Cromso or more. In the chance of what's now wanting, it's medium ideas in my mind. I want to know 5 ideas in my mind.
Sir.
Not I want to know him share in coach. I thought now want to know coach.
Is it to say, Omunim Santase runabout to Ahojo runabout?
Jaika, Eba saw Baba Boagana in terms of these projects. Yes, admittedly, they started the negotiations during normal time, but they couldn't conclude because of confidence and then go for new economy. Thankfully, you buy and no money to Kushia, and I took me no mudin command no conclude. You were to publish your Facebook wall. What the merchant I told a sign here, Ghana, how be you are turning a sign here. And at the end of the day, so question Komobiasi. na baby aba no watinya concluding komana emma meye to say the abai na wo timi conclude ye ne ade a obi make sure say be implement no abai na ehwe na wo na ko zana ebu amai.
But I had an interview with the mayor of Kumasi. That's former mayor of Kumasi, Sampine. And he says krata 7 ade.
Jai no manye omunya 8 years nti kasa me nkomo ye wie ya 8 years o yeah na say you see it was a 1 year and some 2 or 3 months and you know the out abonti asa na bekeka oh yeah ideas nti na $1 na eba from so wo ho no na dollar na 17 the keka ho I na say ideas na am out time and now so and yes government continues but the point is that they shouldn't paint a picture as though say omo na pesika bia gu ho ama ye ne de be David yes almost at san common but mantimi and conclude at force never conclude san common.
Now a lot of development wo Kumasi and Asanteman will be happy but offer Asokwa Top Martins up to Santasi roundabout up to Bekwai roundabout all of that happening at the same time e wiene da ben
da ben dey be say wunya road minister no be say go munya wuza as a question that who ba wi am person of the kokodi. Okay.
You see who timelines.
Timelines. But wunya road minister no be say no. But what I can say is 2026 budget we are finding seeker for contractors no. Omunya resume work. Hopefully no they should be able to complete projects they are from answer. Because contractor when you sign a contract no man one piece can ho. Usually we agree adwuma na the enkoso na baba than white elephant. And as I mentioned no most of these roads I was here twice. New ones I was here shastem so I shall do now say in fact started new ones moving into the second quarter.
I see. Now Saturday, the New Patriotic Party, who would always be more opponents in an election.
How many opponents? CPP won them.
Oh,
I don't want to make Kuma party.
Yes, sir.
CPP.
But the obvious party has a more
UP crowd UP or say.
Sir.
And the mama need to say we NDC MPP say this. NDC, CPP, UP, NPP, GUM. Move for money na nka ho. So matter. Yeah.
Who MPP to say the omo wa bontin hu na.
Me say UP ho. No, you see, as a baby, I'm na mu yi political parties in the view. Omo nyina are opposition political parties. And I don't see why as I was about put the prominence on just MPP. Omo nyina na ko number betina so. UP na ko number betina so. Anon na so.
Yes, but the party that sees itself better placed the New Patriotic.
And so on no who what they make obi aso fan is abon gum jedi ma me akum kwa. You before so only you before dim come on back at the next election be win.
But they have elected Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Okay. Yeah, you dada.
There's a suggestion say party need to me kan ho bom year. Omo betimi lead 2028. I win the election 2028.
And Makacho said, I won't underestimate any political party. Just as I won't underestimate UP. Just as I won't underestimate CPP. About the Ekotoa. Ghana for the decided baby a and yes, on my internal elections, on my candidate. UP so being a candidate, CPP being a candidate. At the end of the day, drew her. The bear says, will be a holding. Then this is just apply your strategy. They are winning elections. But if me and I believe, say, irrespective of any of the candidates for any of these parties, NDC, Nakupoya Aduma 2028 will win the election. On the MPP side, no, Emede say on my elected Dr. Bawumia. The aka is a woman fa Miami or fa Minio Penning Bibia Napo and Fan Kahon and my you say 2024 March 9 you say everybody 2028. Yes, sir, woman. Because at the end of the day, Dr. Bawumia when the permutations now won't mean a Santa region film. When na post so na po free ahemfie said the be a canon yin baby and from my head Asante region yes aboa bi esu osunani ye pese at the end of the day yenya a voice in government wonim say a higher MPP stronghold in terms of votes and the keka ho afi na NDC pese overturning the dia they shouldn't make sure somebody yi animate na fa Asante region ho omu yi obi aso dia napo.
Is it that the two of them are a pair that is Is it because it's a weak pair? And our pair,
I did that. As for me, can open audition man.
Me beside.
Me dear, the American say, yes, wrong. My napo. I'm fanning Kamba my. Ever my campaign, and the money we were 2024, no year 2028, no. Because the more matter, even election, I said, because those women now call Bakuno failure, and Yama Baumia second chance. I was here man na post second chance. Said they be about me correcting the mistakes. Na post to be me there correcting the mistakes. But I can say wakoma na po second chance. Na ba me second chance na po the man second chance. Na is also be CCA. Enti esre omo. Said omo dey ba me ba no. Omo fa na post ne there enka ho. Na other political parties said the MPP for asset born ruling no. Omo candidates omo use 2024 no. I'm trying to form so near day. Emra said be 2028. You don't say 2024 scenario now is a replay.
Your activity on social media, it's been a concern for many. Oma a WhatsApp platform and so on. Oma a TWASM, they are excited about it. The opposition says, what is that? We have a minister who should be serious. And then social
media, your 3 dots be ho. Emiansa, so a cat. Ba could be a certificate B block. Pem umbio. Na me I don't know ma social media for no any platforms we na kwanya and you may have a kumano entertaining. Go me a doctor and chebi na BP. And do when there's a BB who bo BB how I am a personal page and only RCC page. Open government related information because you see me on social media. And they said yeah, what me no be doing come ewo wabrabo mu no sa na me social media can meet me no wadi personal income what dey mention say tebia open just information about ebia what government is doing. You can follow ARCC page no now I follow Jubilee House page no and they are strictly government but be follow me personal page now be complaining say me am personal page no we say what chere me say dey menya na we say what chere me say dey minari and as dey be living fa and they say how now but the point is that we are in a global community now. Never be brave assistant. Me, from time to time, it's new for me. No more keto. No more on the no more chairman. If we be strict, sana out na niya jehompa. Okay, until them cost snap and I'm smoke strict be. Obi how want to say platforms new ones. But and then my name man here be WhatsApp for me use. What does you use WhatsApp? But you are being left behind. But who because they come up or use and we are not use hobby. What are the answer? It's generation biane baby information free. There is a generation of a year graphic. And 2% target to or more. Also they are no question graphic no. Ebisu dey TV. Person na also ko TV no so. We also the TV so be 1 month near one soda. Intimate serum. Me page and now buy there. And it's all when na ebe ma obi pi akoso. Na be how or health. Na why and no an Emma phone so bi.
Interesting. Unim say me do ha nipa bi te say me no be di nkomo no. Obi bi sam say na Kojo ya bisa minister man say ye yi ni fra shanty na no ko education and any other ministry say never for that person wadwuma na wo yero otra shanty region na nye ho
me the hypocrisy by see we need to say governor position now you elected and MP position now you elected we decide so my DMP or bant matcha my brem me call Sofia ko dibi o ento sa we you will represent Obi the Pakwa representing the president. One a coach and one a nim said the Juman de echo. The Jumaway me my boy in the position that I had to make some appointments. Me I'm a T1 no information chair war I'm say about number 5 man. And the number 5 no catch them so bit much go to call striker. Now we am US in chair. President national government. Then I could pay my dome. Or the man lucky 60 no. They go lucky 58. Position B I was in mobile medium. So cause I'm going boy cry medium. Once I decide say many be age man intimate so. One time and 9 got 20 patent call. me original minister and no as na presidency me e da for president na per se o ma koya da for mawa ono abeka se o koya ade
and come out do on social media gives a certain impression. I mean, we are politicians, so if you are vying for more, why not? As we speak, o party a certain declaration that Obia or Wabemuno cannot occupy or contest a position that's a national position. Is this something you are in agreement with?
Anti party any a bunch of depending on the circumstances and the prevailing issues. And many panel and answer party make a decision. I remember Honorable Haruna, no MP, was running for National Youth Organizer, or we near or in a Juma Kama. You get the point. In 2 years, I buy Munipa. Now called the party is a party now, Serbia. And as you were free Mukrao, Yama opportunity, I'll bet my day as I their contest. You answer by me now, do my day at all. And this area, I'm saying, national chairman. By me, no man resign, no compare national chairman. President Ambassador Sumna, I'm the president, so I know how they assume into Obiane, Nipan and the passion, and then what the person is looking forward to. The point is that whether you disagree or you don't disagree, whatever it is, there is still a way to achieve that. Explore that way and achieve same. No, be a
when people got to know you, it was through contesting as a parliamentary candidate. Is it likely, say, you before 2028 election, contesting a position?
MPBR, person minister. MPBR, because a lot of exposure. I go on charge me a minister. And as I speak with you now, I believe say na me want to share be mawa and yes say ubake kanyama boso nebia ebe mana ba mu na man ne de emam. And yes, some the drama some be can we. But as I sit with you here, I can't tell you say me ko bantama and I will come and share north and I will come and share south. Say Danny Drew, na president say me nko kwada so a. Say the mechano, me a player. The president tam me say I say ko bantama. Ko bantama. But for now, President Besemenye Ashanti Regional Minister Nyaman and also na mayor. Me fa hwe nka ho.
Are you still able to make time for church? Any adwuma wa so dem hona now here.
Baby, enjo ha am say o ha am so na video bi aba me bo keyboard na me to no man na me yes anema. You see what brings people out of problem is say e bia na me ma o mo so kodru ba bia. Na niema o mo ye dada e mo fulfillment no ma join ni na no ma ba be drew level bia e temporal sa e honey free one sa we you know you lonely no ni hwe bi a we there we enti me kwa so kra na say keyboard is maya binimbo aso na so na kire me what prevents you from as a minister from going to step in when the keyboardist is not in or the drama or the bassist is not in. It means na migusuye. Because so ya because I do much there and go pon there. Yes, I make time. And Sundays ni bi why now sorry I will call na ankasa na bit mako. Maybe I no be invite to another church. Until almost Sunday be either say this church or that church or that church. But as much as possible I try to keep her up. And a keyboard is an mobile of you so. So that I won't be rust.
A few times I've seen a number of people ready for you to serve them. Are you able to have time for social life? Social media. Social life.
Social media come on. Social
media once a while you can manage it, but with social life and
social life, just about the people, family, friends. Anyhow, any way you find to connect with them, still keeping abreast with them. Okay, Nipa will be baha, but I see here as a bigger consulting room than I used to have when I was practicing as a medical doctor.
Okay.
Obu a baha na obetinasi na man listening here no nko akra therapy man. And as much as possible, I try to see as much people as I need to see. The mean to me also I'm refer from disease. Under normal circumstances, the DCs are even well placed to support with most of these issues. But in terms of power and authority, there, I will be a minister, better than someone who DC. But in terms of really being able to help, no, if you work out who GC Ukraine and one bantam and closer than a home minister. And yes, I try to see as many as I can. The main team is now my mama who DC said DC in Timiana for DC in the Lipana Daba.
I initiate a couple of things and my attention about Santi. In the year 2026, any plans? Really be strong.
That's a say to
save Bam.
And now you see, I'm a person, my major fans. You mean you'll be our president? On them seen a nine. To be a cost was Santi Reading, be an arm or coin, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And I want us to see it as such. The be a so, a minister and I initiate to know. President Casamena, Casaya, no way. Because at the end of the day, Neman Bureau, we are regional minister, you need the other sectors to also help you to be able to achieve same. Ashanti First 2025, I'm going to chat about the Buai 2026 version also. So the touch, you know, you started rather than Ashanti Trade Expo, and they launched it last 2 weeks in connection with in conjunction with Trade Ministry. And they are you showcasing made in Ghana, made in Kumasi, made in Ashanti, made in Africa. BBI from sectors, construction, agribusiness, BBI even or Jubilee Park. Whilst they in Jubilee Park, no, now seminar cost or Prempa Assembly Hall, and the OB or Yen may be produced or Ghana, when Nim Corp also be exported to other countries. Ghana export promotion, but no more church them. Will you be able to package say the Ako, Obi Abia or Abruchi? Ohia kente no aton wo ho ohia we no aton wo ho onim kwa bi obefa so be mom so akwanya na o ma che chiro mumu wo abrochi obese oba obese odne mako ne ehunu sa obi wo so wo ye business e credible wo Ghana wo pesenka onya akwanya na nkofo so fom sika nka ho no mutimi go faster. That investment opportunity is no do a hotel not means only just a plot of the acre of land awo obesenka the other amenities here dem e ka ho. At the end of the day, quite ben abefa so a me sika me wono betimi ya beka ho a betimi nye ho ntiase a betimi ma business na grow na me sika ye dey grow because at the end of the day so we sika na da ho na mfa nya hwe emfa mfa so bia ne dey embro sa seminars no would throw more light on that to be able to help say the business community in there they be grow and basically 7 days in explore all the sectors no so that we will be able to have that attention for yen industry in terms of trade and business. No, whilst doing that, additional tourism sectors activities, because culture, because lake excursion, because football. Yesterday, somewhere last year, you boy in the towns, you best of players. You don't form district teams. District teams, so you're grouping into 8 groups. I know so my back only one zone. Konongo Asante Atum zone number on Saturday. Omu yani ababedru round of 16. Now teams are qualifying now about round of 16. And the Ombaba community bena best team amongst them. Yeah, na scouts so na mo young talents no so mo edomo area teams are and I must sign up for those way. Beyond that, Eastern region so Miami near Barrett so starting immediate Santi. You really never form a team for Ashanti region. I'm supposed to form a team for Eastern region near the Akoko Fisher. And basically that is what we are doing with football. And I said that you have focus on 17 below because old dogs, new tricks. 17 for one or more airfin or moving, who train you more easier and you're able to reshape them easier and better than 24 and all that. And the football aspect no so Koswa Saturday movie and no be for round of 16 and so as I say culture, food cooking competition, food fair. Nina abe kokoso as in Ashanti Fest 2025 no. And thanks to more I show you some more partner no. As time goes on, you list of supporters and sponsors no. What we do is say oba in the bedroom sika for sika brand organize no. Who are the program now? Say organize for due to so. You be support all the publicity and all that. So then go say what banabai do sika say for DB. The year Ashanti Fest 2025 no so. Fashion industry the pump for fashion sector players no. We fashion night, any fashion exhibition. We are come from Ashanti Fashion Industry Network. Entire the Tom.
Beautiful.
Oh, who's a wife baby? I was beautiful. Makonya nam for papa. Makonya nam for papa to be Ashanti first. Yes. And the time be our how say normally at entire Bremen. If we also money prison. I program a prisoners, no, and sa craft near the Tinema number Pamohon, we want to be Bremen. Timway, major many power because more heavy ye. Almost say yes, our program now you at this time, more own or more as a group, no, a push it to be able to do that. We come with you so once for the first time I couple a dinner budget and all that. Nina also bad or one who president who said yeah try a build a community no back a reviving no so pekwa so beboa industry no. Me buy me no my I think 4 programs. Ashanti first the come boom no mu Jesus versus Judas or KNUST where Akwaba versus Obake e buy attention bebre ye momo ye baako KNUS Kumasi Bako Sunyane ye market to do another one Greater Accra. It is to help sell the local creatives to the world and then be able to attract people to do the right investment. Now go Europe on programs be pay reps from these groups to be able to participate. US for Traba on no collaboration so that the Ghanaian community and the other communities interested in African movies and all that will be able to have an access to them. With this, the sustaining effort and commitment we are, I'm sure at the end of the day we should be able to move through. Truba, the enclave, Mara, yes, so far so good. And Airbank, because at the end of the day, 15 minutes from airport, you are there. And then you'll be able to have all the fun. Them say, Mamanda, honorable tourism ministers, the support with their Maya and all that. Nano Baha, Maya, Koya Continent, Zones, Koya Kayaking, lose them to tsunami room. But I have Jade, you come up because Kofano one, you're very professional. So these are the things. Music phones, you know, Mishawa, Edako Nimoya, tourism minister Bami, no, the Echo. Rapaholic or buy all the support you need to give. I say homecoming 2026 because the point is that as you attract these people back into the ring, go young person be here no than conquering. Obi a business here ya no than conquering. Ama who is for other regions now. Ukona profile o modin dodo na ye nkofo a ewo regime nti ema omani aka regime ni aboa ma omo investment about regime ema ye nuano me wa ha pay adwuma pay opportunities we will also be able to get the needed opportunities right here in Ashanti.
Ye ba no pay ye ni udi nkomo ni nyina ye de ye hwehwe e den na wo hwehwe free Asanteman ho
mpaibo achitai afutu ye me hwe ani o nakopon ye madom na mo de time achia ena beboa ma usmatini asom. In fact, me buy as regional minister, nipa biya 100%. I will have my excesses. You have 9 you have bitiaso. You are one shadow. If you are not soon the one utiaso. Maybe also Adebia is a learning process for us. What defines a leader? I say, impo from one or no one say, oh, ready man ye. Now what you are correcting ye echo. Ye any pay dear. If you walk out, what dream no dream say, oh, ya depa. But a be na aqua head to me. However, it is so. I'm very thankful, say, for the past 1 year, 2 months, a chitai, a futu, and in Minyano. I think, say, I'm one of the favorite and lucky ministers, maybe a many opportunity like this to serve in the region. Some people a chitai, any or donna or more in a diaxemino, and one I may wear some offer, me only a nom, me mamma, any abusion for Santa region. And as your minister, I want to assure you, say, all I will do is to make sure, say, at the end of the day, if you cry, me free so as regional minister. Now, be kind of the pan be kind. I hear me free here and free mache. You try to get the man to 2 years on when I'm here. But now I say region now. At the end of the day, won't be none because you will be my so. Because you will be my so cry ice, but you at the court. Yes, our boss, as our back. And the point is that it should motivate us as upcoming leaders. Say, do it so well that you'll be able to build your homeland, you'll be able to build Madagascar and make it a better place for us all.
Fache television, the Dasi Anope, and the Bra or the Amai, Yamisha.
Amen.
All right, so that was the exclusive interview with Dr. Frank Amwakwihine together with Mr. Kojo Marfo. I think more here, you know, you will see some of the conversation I've been raising before the interview concerning the Swami interchange and other matters are now rising within our country currently as we speak. And right, we saw the minority caucus, which was being led by Asenso Wache, discerning its issues about in Simbia, or say the transportation minister, Honorable Ndekwe, Edin Komose or Tiso from 4th year to 2nd year of the Swami interchange. Honorable Dr. Frank Amwakwihine in Komodia found. But say the Swami interchange, you know, the NPP did not have enough fund to actually develop the interchange. But omumum and etimi are funded for the 2nd year of the Swami interchange, and they will get another fund to continue the other leg of that particular development. And home komo and a year baby di ewo ahanum. After so no, yebesanso a be phone lines no ediatum, but and any other things beyond I was what the babyano. Also so no ubetimi edi wajinche aba ede ye kasa umano ebetuja na so wetimi afre abadwumedi no so na bibia entimi akoye. Kaakyire
Maestro.
So we have a code.
Yami adom yakwa RCC aba.
Yakwa RCC aba.
Ai anopai Kojo Marfo abo adwuma.
Pa.
Interview no na esisi so pa. Unse unimade a wo hwehwa. Umre nyafe na wo de wada wo de fahana de asen hanwan bebre. He knew what he wanted from the original minister. Nti aye pa esisi so.
Of course.
Esisi so na
So
that was what say original minister say NPP didn't have enough funds. Me so metene so ma amfa fund and to hokra for.
So be kan bia manayo de kakra.
Yanka man nyede. Mo amfa to ho, mo amfa to ho.
They say they didn't fund for the interchange.
Yes. Enti wo mo na ba ye no na. Aha, enti un say minister ameki ade ne clear. On na te Ashanti region.
Yeah.
And na wo mo si from the woman ye ewo sa Swami interchange ne ho adwuma nyina minister animu and na what kind so people say a 2 tier adwuma na say o makope sika de beye because o maka so am ko 4 tier no a bia enu 4 years na o muntimi nya nwieye enti 2 tier unsa no penka wo kind message bi na ya say won kind enti say ni pakro no ye case so 2 tier ho nkomo na aba ena asenso bo achemo ede baaye ena nra minister eba be reply no ena newspaper no eso kan say minister no so was 3 tier man tell say minister na no
be kra maintain 3 tier
aha maintain 3 tier no ba bia
so even when it appeared on the
na aye surprise and kakra nti na me pese obe committee na echi minister say na me kan 3 tier wa hin bi so a there was an error somewhere and correction ntimi ama abe out awie nti no na sese ye hunu kwan ye befa so a ye beka no na ye besi kwan no pepepe ti sa ni pakro na o kan message o throw message no na no ye na me de ama no minister so na asisu dua say ye 2 tier and not a 4 or 3 tier ho adwuma no mo ba because no mo susu say e bia time frame no e betimi aboa na wo ma wie na easy congestion and I said traffic kakra.
But you
know,
if you are one thing about this particular conversation is once I know be doing come on top of the morning, and a man koye say MPP 4 no, and MPP 4 ne person or more down Ghana for when it comes to Ashanti region development and any other matters a bit see what happen because young kind of conference MPP 4. I'm not sitting here doing partisan politics. But we are just speaking the truth. You see, you were in power for 8 good years. For the 8 years, Nankamu Bitimai a lot of development. Bitimai regional hospitals, Bitimai a lot of inner roads, even forgetting the Swami interchange. Doing those kind of, things are never Swami. But then, with about 2 years, I bet to general election 2024, we had another Dankwa Kufuor coming to Kumasi, coming to the Ashanti region, telling us, say, he would develop, and I say he will finish the 4th year of Swami interchange within the 2 years, or no? It be Frakunya no Swako. And a video, you people saw how Nana Danko Father, His Excellency, was even happy commissioning that particular project. But we are here saying other things because of say the NPP Omube commissioned Sadiano in 18th October 2022. It is the same MP, the same NPP and is for Babemuno. They are telling us the commission of the project and the home Bano, the NPP did not have enough funds. Even Makani Yekrampo Diamamo, they did not have funds just to facilitate the development of that particular infrastructure. Iti Kumasi, Ashanti region, Monsempa. That 2016, that massive vote that you voted for the NPP, that vote, I'm voting my NPP, especially, remember Kwabre for Abaso, how they voted for Nana Danko Akufo-Addo and how they voted for the NPP now. Ekameye say the Ashanti region has been taken for granted. Regional Minister Kasembi was say Ebeka a year or 6 months near Tuabano. He mentioned one name in Ashanti region saying, he said, "Oh, the young fa asonkobo from Kekenomu who say about the Ashanti region." And that is how some of the politicians, some of the political parties have taken the Ashanti region for granted. And this time around, just like now, of Kojo Marfo di Nkomono, I will say, Yeshe, Neyesa Sa, Niamane Ashanti region. Kaakyire, messages ni bi abaye eni nkomo kakra wo.
And yahwefo ya ehwe yen de wo mo adwenkyere bebre aba. We ye WhatsApp line no eso. The messages are anopai aba yenua +44 na jese wo UK abrochimemu. Na ono no message no nka edru Kojo ewo RCC a.
Okay.
Na nka wo pese Kojo bisa regional minister and say me no say please, can you ask the regional minister how far things are going with Afari Military and Sewa regional hospitals? And I think, sir, minister, touching on that. And also, can I know when the Prempeh International Airport will commence operation as an international airport? And in addition, is there any plans they are considering giving a facelift to the airport runabout area? Who the all can was the Maestro was the airport runabout no say nipa no efri Prempeh International Airport no be drew asante memoa e ho no be hunu kane ansa na ba bia wo ko bia wa drive ya kontinka bia overpass bi kra na wo maye no ho no masiesie no ho kama na e ho aye kra be hwe so say ho ye gateway to Kumasi. And was finally, do they have any plans of constructing an interchange at Angloga Junction?
That
be a wabo peso. Aha, nti yenua +447435 UK. Na semananka aha, wa pesa regional minister touch on Emmanuel enonom. Yenua we so say good morning big brother. I'm enjoying your show pa. I'm Trinity from Seshi Subrim Kwanta within Bebiani and Anyaso Bekwai municipality. Please, I'm not a lady, so tell. Oh, okay. When na oka kwasafujuma no.
Kwasafujuma ho ase.
Ai, wase ya communal labor. Any na voice no. Yo, bra Trinity. Kafra. And your voice na dodo. It sounded so feminine. Na me say oh your ba we dey wadaroma. Kafra. So I say please the president and his ministers should advise traders to reduce their goods and the persuasion and if persuasion fails, they should apply force so that citizens will get affordable goods. And my boy, Maestro.
And on that time, na Rolling Stone if we control. No, so we are on your maswa. You be control about.
Some more.
Sometimes government needs to step in.
Yes, $1 above from.
And yet, Biana.
And so.
And yet, Biana private businesses no. Ebinya that's so right. Overpricing of goods and services. Sometimes the public, the government needs to step in. No so entertain myself.
2 p.m. Asante Mampong. Why is the NPP behaving as if they've not been in government before? We all saw your abysmal performance in government and the hardships we went through. So why the unnecessary noise today? Give us a break. Let His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and his able ministers build the better Ghana we all want. NPP never again. Greetings to Chairman and Akwesi NDC Ashanti Regional Chairman. Maintain. 2 p.m. Yeah, you chroma Asante Mampong.
2 p.m.
The message or de aba and we say Josephine Atakra from Akemoda. Please, I worked at youth employment for 100 good months, and when we went for head count, they said my name is not on the machine, meaning my working there was a
mistake. Asam mbese me yenhwe ne de no de ye na ya sha sese yenhwe ne no yenhwe ne yin na emo yi nyina ne se boni papa akufo nyina ne se boni papa akufo emo yi nyina no bi enya ne chefa wum emo yi nyina no bi enya ne chefa wum ba mu ne se mambe ba mu ne se mambe ni misira na de kurude kufom de nyamde sense umwa TV no mbetena so sende mama sende no yisika wo so na umwa TV no mbetena so sende mama sende no yisika wo so esa oba meyi anas esa oba meyi anas angofo no omumu nyisika angofo no omumu nyisika ne mama mpeni mfa bokro no bla ne mama mpeni mfa bokro no bla no musoloma betena so yewe na no musoloma betena so yewe na mapeni hwomu dinsa na omma police enkwochum ana woni dwuma bi mfa ho mama mampena so nti after me sasa akode because after ni wali bia
abusu anti yenua no ono so ne nsama wode eto mampani anim no na de memete ye ene se wo se ya yenya enano asem no ka na yenhye present no nti na empani se de muadi no wo mudi kwa na de aka ne abo ho ban nti ono so ne nsama wode to mampani anim no we so de ne nsama wode to mampani anim no we so de Araba from Cape Coast yenti Araba.
Good morning. Pocha sister neze na mpeda meye meke bika. Mpocho ekwan wa hega tesna azina was in the obey your mampe in brand bush no. Onya mampe no either was it dam in something wasn't either was it dam in some wasn't ma. Either in some no wasn't ma your friend assembly man na what to have was the manner. The assembly man no biti hasam no waka acha MP ni MP so why that we say and so that call your friend one paying woman wide we two one paying no we two one more MP niska ni MP so ama assembly man niska na we two why got a road no he got an alley no ben say chrome say no sha obutu ayo no every 3 months bia another every bia obutu metiti gate mama aho amban kasa yendo wasn't to ngakade amampeyin bra masham fam da bi assembly member see so I was baby I was no do ban sika samana na no butu aka che amampeyin ban zaman katan ka bi so I don't wear woman and your friend
zaman katan dia ba no wasinya bibia na ye mampani assembly man wo ho wo de to assembly man anima na afa channel no so sa na akwa kwesi mampani anim no crest was good morning my wonderful panelists. Afia, my namesake, is looking beautiful this morning. Oh, thank you. I just love your show. Good job, guys. Afia Ampoma from Santase. Hey, yeah, but her name also met Santase. So online. Aha. Yenya Benji in fancy Sevilla. I see they should leave Baba Jamal alone. This is not the first time such incidents is occurring. Greetings to Honorable Wisdom was say. Someone is recording an audio. We are waiting for it. Okay. Hello. Yate. Enti Maestro, me WhatsApp no. But WhatsApp line no ya na wasisu dia amame na afiwa Facebook so omo de abane ekoye.
All right, so on Facebook I've received a lot of messages over here, Kaakyire, and then I'm tempted to read these messages for people to also listen to what they wrote over here. Now, Wefri Evans McMillister Menu Was it per your speech? You made it look like the man is working with his personal money. It is not as that, and not easygoing. Those are the cabinet and higher positions are all lobbying for their own people. So they probably, the probability that our less fraction in government can have pa AJ or say neck pressing pa any and also so etimi ediaba we free na na Japoma or say sarcasm and also so etimi ediaba when so free events nankasa mu bi must say check the number of our own people who were in the government position some time ago and compare to day when so free Evans who be when so free James Anoche or say please can you ask the regional minister for me why there are a lot of projects going on through the GET fund in various districts and municipalities, but my school, Dramana Akenton Senior High School, has not received anything. Meanwhile, we have a lot of uncompleted GET fund projects, which has stalled since 2010 and 2015, and we appeal to him to come to our aid, especially the dining hall renovation project, which has stalled since 2014. And we also need an assembly hall and also get a dormitory block, which has stalled since 2010. Thank you, sir. When so free, I'm not sure. And also so etimi ediaba. When so free, nanama ejapoma. I say I like your last submission, Mr. Minister. And also so etimi ediaba. When so free, Ben in fancy Seria. I say they should leave about Jamal. This is not the first time such incident occurring. Greetings to Honorable Wisdom Ose Boama MCE. Achoma in Wabeja South District. When so free, Manuel McLean. Mensa, also the road minister himself in press conference said tier 3 and the newspaper 2. No, I won't read this particular message.
Maestro, McLean, I think so on one assign Edahano. Emsa opesa or ma yashafo any MCA who say minister say tier 3.
Okay.
And yet tier 2. And original minister for 3.
Was offering a new first-class concrete road from Akom on the N1 to Bankra on the N6. In addition, the bad section from Ebusuakura to Akom would be completely rehabilitated. Why two-tier interchange will fail Kumasi, according to my colleague? I disagree that reducing the scope from a 4-tier to what is being proposed, which is a 3-tier, actually not a 2-tier, will fail, as this is not being Outer Ring Road is being constructed. The modification together with the additional road being undertaken would more than comprehensively deal with the traffic challenges not only at the Swami interchange but the entire greater Kumasi, according to my colleague. I disagree that reducing the scope from a 4-tier to what?
Okay. So, McLean video now, or they are sending and say, "Yamo now will be a say minister say a 3-tier no." Said the governs Kaakyire minister, honorable minister for roads and highways. Actually say, "Asenso boachemo argue set 2-tier no more Ashanti region." Actually, we almost propose 3-tier, but Ashanti regional minister, you don't ete mantamimu. And so I can't see I say 2-tier. And a husika. One more benya Kojo Dende. Brako RCC our best. Maestro, so more na.
Offer in Nkomo. Unse Dr. Frank Amwakohene, your questions are the man, it was spectacular. I mean, it was something that I'm really free of. But only a lot of emphasis about choir MPP4. Count edi hun komo about the Swami interchange. Say normal epese funding and also be so develop it to the 4th year. But you NDC people are saying that more they but 2-tier. What they wanted for 4-tier. Of our own and could komo. And also now ubisano most of these questions are enemenye be American wasemwahi. So what was the main thing or the main agenda on that particular ground so far?
Medase, mijidi se echine nyame ya adoma ebenya bre na ye bie nkomo nim. Fi se ono odi ye no dodo no awi Swami interchange ni free ho a there are other issues or kan ho asem yɛbɛhia brɛ na yɛakɔ but deɛ mepɛ sɛ meka na yɛde sɔre the argument a ɛfiri the New Patriotic Party hɔ ɛɛba no sɛ nkɔmmɔ no nyinaa kɔyɛ sɛ yɛgya sika to hɔ ɛna aban yi baa yi ɔbɛtoa so na adwuma a aban dadaa no yɛɛyɛ no ɔbɛwie no asɛ wayi n'ani ɛna ɔreyɛ biribi foforɔ ɛhɔ